Hello, one and all, and welcome back to Circuito Desafiante Costream, and we are into playoffs. Hype for a whole bunch of reasons. We've been dealing with mostly best of ones this split, and frankly, they've been fun. They've been wild, but it's not the same as a series. And now we're finally back to best of threes with full fearless, with the extra bans. We kind of get to see, I think, less craziness because it's not just like best of one cheese win sort of thing. Also, hopefully we get to see more comps come out from different teams and see whether or not they can execute. Hello, Ray. Glad you could make it right from the get-go. The two matches today, we've got Red Academy versus Kaboom, and we've got Corinthians up against A7. So, okay, gonna be honest, full disclosure, I don't think the first series should be close. I think Red Academy should body Kaboom, and anything but a dominant 2-0 is kind of a failure from the side of Red Academy. Red Academy's been doing fantastically, really solid. Grafter will win against Red. He hasn't so far this split, right? I mean, Law of X's seems to have gone out the window since it's no longer just like the Law of X's was a Brazilian thing. In LTA South, it doesn't apply. Maybe down here in CD it does, because CD is still Brazilian. It's not LA. It's not LTA South. It's Brazil. So maybe it applies down here, but so far hasn't happened. Also, I don't know. Last week watching Kaboom play was disappointing, to say the least, for me. Like, yeah, they looked kind of bad. Very, very uncoordinated. I think the worst part to me was that not only is Kaboom losing, but it feels like they've forgotten, they've lost sort of the magic of how to win. Like they've forgotten how to win. Like in Split 1 and the beginning of Split 2 a little bit, it was like Carrot Gaming, right? Like Carrot just carries, like give him resources and he'll win. Honestly, last week he kind of got resources and he couldn't win. He was not doing well. So coming to today, I just don't know how Kaboom can win. Looks like the translator's broken again today. I don't know why. Oh, I know what's doing. Okay, wait. Hold up. Might have to mess with settings. So I'm pretty sure what's happening is it's pulling the wrong microphone. Yep, it's pulling the wrong microphone.
Deve ser. Tô preparando a fantasia já pra festa da firma. Já tô pensando o que eu vou trazer.
I think.
Tu tá do lado de competidores que levam isso muito a sério.
Maybe not. Yeah, because it's right now pulling from my...
Vocês vão ter problema comigo. Eu fui legal, falei, não quero ganhar 2 anos consecutivos, então vou deixar pra
eles. A gente tá planejando o nosso desde quando a gente ganhou ano passado, tá?
Hold on, let me restart the translator thing.
Eu vou passar o mês planejando, porque aqui,
No,
ó, isso aqui, ó,
it's still not pulling.
Ainda vou chegar e fazer diferença.
Wrong mic? Maybe pull from here? Oh no. There we go. Okay, yeah. Hey, fix the translator. Zins, Nero, Mago, Kojima using. Yeah, there was, I think, a little bit of questions from me about how Kojima and Mago would fit in. I actually didn't have as many questions for Nero. To be fair, I didn't have as much expectations for Nero, but I do think Nero's done pretty well. So, oh, the translator is busted again. I don't know what it needs to work. Like, hello? Okay, so it was. I didn't need the VD cable. Yeah, the problem with Kaboom is more just like I don't think they know how to win anymore. Like I don't know what their win con is. Having House instead of Greftar, I think actually gave them a better win con. Like it felt like they knew how to play through House better. With Greftar, I don't know if the team just doesn't trust Greftar. Like Greftar's doing really well individually. The team just doesn't seem to play well with him. And then Harrod's just kind of doing his own damn thing. So yeah, I don't think. Like it's weird because I don't feel like any individual player is at fault. Like I don't think Dudu's a problem, but so far he just doesn't feel like an answer. So I think it's like a comms issue or like an internal sort of team cohesion problem that needs to be dealt with. And Ranger kind of needs to deal with it because yeah, I think that this sort of problem to me is a coach issue. But despite the fact that I am thinking it's very heavily Red Academy favorite, the game itself could be funny and interesting though. So looking forward to it. Oh, picture of Kaboom IDL. What 2-0 Red, buddy? 2-0 against Red, as in they're gonna get 2-0 maybe. We'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. Like I said, it'll be interesting at least because the hands from Kaboom individually is still all very good. So yeah.
Aqui ele foi cirúrgico. Foi uma boa resposta. Foi uma boa resposta.
Não tá mostrando na tela, mas isso daí foi respondido com um RT em cima da postagem do rei.
Yeah, that was Nero shooting back at them.
Já tô assim, legal. Os meninos estão aquecendo esse jogo que vale muito aqui nessa nossa primeira MD3 dessa etapa do circuito desafiante. Sabe o que tá na tela?
Unfortunately, they didn't translate the actual cue itself.
Maravilha, maravilha. Então vamos chegando aqui.
Oh, we're into draft already. Okay, that's kind of random, kind of fast. Ooh, that reminds me. I should probably screenshot these now that we're back to best of 3, so we can see the draft as it evolves. But for now, Kaboom opted for blue side. That's fine. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. But I don't like the fact we're banning Yone and Varus on blue side. That feels kind of extra unnecessary. You know, like you're giving free bans over, so we get Sedge, Wukong to ban out Wiz and AoE. I don't hate it. Yunara is just a generic ban right now. I don't think teams have quite figured out how to handle the Yunara, so I think it makes a lot of sense. I like Trundle first pick. It just kind of warps the rest of the draft, so no tanks to come through. We see the Barb for using it as well. Azir. Pantheon. Okay.
Assim,
I don't like the combo,
reforçar
but
pra
I
você
guess
que
it gives a good bridge for the
você
late game scaling of
não
Azir and Ezreal. I don't hate that part of it.
Então, por exemplo, no caso
Talia
do
Trundle is not
Desafiante,
bad. It's
ela
actually
consegue
really
escolher
obnoxious to deal
qual
with.
escolher. E eu acho que você acabou de deixar bem claro
Corki's gone on
nesse
Prio,
jogo,
and then
né?
carry for her.
Chegam
Okay.
aí pra jogar contra o time
Bard
que
is
tá
bad, Ray?
perto,
Are you
e
just
acabaram
scarred
de
from
perder
Frosty's
três
Bard?
vezes na vida dele jogar contra ele.
This last weekend
Então,
where he
são
inted
os top aí da
FNB?
classificação na outra etapa.
I mean, that's another red support, but
Basicamente isso. Tudo bem que os caras não
to be fair to Yuzen, I think Yuzen's been pretty okay, so I am okay with the Yuzen Bard here. Still looking for a top lane from red. Do we just go Jax here? Into the Gwen? Only Busio is allowed to Bard? Nah. Okay, we go with the Ambessa instead of the Jax. I don't know. Personally, I still prefer Jax, but Ambessa is good. There's nothing wrong with the Ambessa. Okay.
É, e uma coisa que eu gosto aqui bastante
Let me
também,
just
resposta que
open this
a
up a
gente
bit
fez pra esse
more.
Azir muito cedo aqui. E tudo bem que o Greve tem essa resposta de Thalia, eu acho que consegue ser ok, mas a gente já vê um
let's make this
potencial
bigger.
de criada de
And then we can look at the
jogadas
drops.
no
Okay.
Nero, um mago muito intenso, então se essa Thalia acabar dando mole no começo do
Let's
jogo,
make this even
esse
bigger.
skirmish deles também é
Sorry,
bem
I haven't done like
rápido,
best of
então
3
pode ser um
on
pouco
CD for a while,
perigoso
so
você acabar não lidar o tanto
all the
com
settings are
o melhor
screwy.
setup. Tudo
Okay,
bem,
there we go.
te dá uma boa condição de jogar, mas ainda não
No, man,
é
there are some Bard. Like,
100%
I can see.
que acerta essas
Okay,
jogadas.
Curry's Bard isn't amazing either, to be fair.
Parecendo muito bem. O Nero,
Who would I trust the
campeão,
Bard?
é um grande conforto
You know, CA
você
South right now.
impossibilitar ele de utilizar o campeão
Rod's
pra
Bard
fazer
got kind of
jogo,
screwy
e a
too.
gente tá no Fearless,
Not
né?
in a good
Então,
way.
impede que o jogador possa tentar escolher uma outra partida.
Maybe Jojo? I don't know. I feel like I trust Jojo with most champions. Trimby Bard's not bad. Trimby Bard's usable. I like the Kaboom draft. I think it fits the way they want to play very, very well. They've got Engage. They've got good Shred, along with a bit of tankiness. They've got Herod on a carry. Greftar on a utility champion, which feels like a comfort pick for Greftar. And I think it's also a comfort pick for the most teams playing with Greftar for some odd reason. Like Greftar can be a carry. Teams just don't seem to trust him to be that carry, even though I think he's proven himself quite well this split. So this comp pretty good. I'll give it a 4 out of 5 in isolation. Red, they're fine. Red has drafted like a sort of scaling comp with a Pantheon. I don't think there's a lot of great synergy. For one, they don't have much of a front line to peel for Ezreal or Azir, so Mago and Kojima have to be able to do their own thing. Emperor's Divide is great for that, at least. So, considering that they didn't want to draft the tank, I guess the best situation they can get off with. But, yeah, I just feel like it's a bit disparate. A lot's going to rely on Nero kind of snowballing the early game, and then trusting that Rid can execute the front to back. The engage is also a little bit iffy for them, so I actually don't like the composition as much. What they do have going for them, though, is sort of range and poke, or range and counter matchups. Ambessa is a counter we've been seeing into Gwen quite a bit. I think Ezreal outranges Corki enough, even though Corki did get the Missile Barrage, his ult got buffed a little bit on the damage, so at least he can still poke back a little bit. And then Azir into Talia is also not a bad matchup for Azir by any means. You roughly kind of out-trade if there's a minion wave for you to hide in. So, yeah, if I give this a 4, I'll give this a 3. I think Kaboom's comp is favored and slightly easier to execute, but I think Rid should be able to overcome. You think Rid's draft is better, Ray? Curious your thoughts or reasoning behind why you think Rid's draft is better. Like, I don't think it's bad. I just think Kaboom's draft is better, in my opinion. Like, this is still very executable, and I'm sure Red will execute on it. And like I said, I'm going to be watching Nero for the early game. I suspect between Nero and Yuzen, they'll get a lot of things. Oh, you just like the chat is better? Bro, I thought you didn't trust anybody but Busio Bard. That's fair. Who... I think it wasn't Peter Dunn's Discord? I can't remember which Discord was in, and I was looking at them talk about drafts, and somebody was saying like, "Oh, a draft is bad," or maybe it was in Kangus's Discord. I can't remember now. But without Bard, it'd be a turbo draft. Without Bard, though, the problem is they're picking the Bard because of the Trundle, and I'm trying to think like, what else would you pick here? Like Nico would be better engage, but I don't think the red comp wants to engage necessarily. Like I think they want to kind of play it slow actually. Like maybe a Karma here? Yeah. Oh, but then Red banned Karma. That's actually weird to me. That we banned Karma when we've got Ezreal and first pick. Like, you pick first, so why did we ban Karma? You could have gone Ezreal Karma.
que eles contra Capoeira ele tá chegando por
Renato
aí.
would be kind of
E aí,
meh.
ó, bora pro jogo, já
I mean,
tá
Renato would be
tela,
okay, but
ambas as
not.
equipes aí
Yeah.
enfileiradas, prontas
I'm just
pra
trying to think like
esse
what the
jogo,
supports
reforçando
would work
que é uma
here better than
melhor
Bard.
de três. Fearless
But
Red,
yeah,
que
to what I was saying
inicia
before,
aqui
I saw some people
sempre
discussing
com o
drafts, and
superior,
while I do
joga
think
contra o
drafting is
vencedor
really
da
important
próxima série,
and
e quem perder
can
cai pra
account
chave
for like up to
inferior, só
50% of the
joga
game,
melhor de cinco.
realistically, like a
Isso
difference
aqui
between like
é
a
bem
3 and a
válido,
4
tá valendo muita coisa
is
nesse
like
jogo, André.
Chegou a hora.
like
O
less than
Circuito
10%
Desafiante
difference
entra sua
between
fase
the teams winning,
decisiva.
you know?
Chegamos na hora dos
Like, there are
playoffs.
drafts that
Os
make it
times
literally
vão decidir
unplayable,
a
but
partir
they're not
de agora.
that
E pra
common.
começar,
We've
a
seen more
melhor
this year
forma
because of
possível
Full
de
Fearless,
saber o seed
but
1 contra o seed
yeah.
8, o primeiro colocado, líder da coisa toda, contra o time
Yeah,
que
so,
passou na
you know,
fase
when I say like a
anterior.
draft is
A gente
better,
vai
I don't
ver
mean
por
that
aqui.
it's
Na
insta-win
ponta
most of the
lado,
time.
azul,
CD, we have found that
trabalhando
simple
pra
drafts
o time
often
da
win
Red
more
quer
often than not,
manter a
so
hegemonia do lado verde.
maybe.
Exatamente, André. Vamos que vamos aqui começar esses playoffs. E a gente tá vendo uma movimentação.
But I feel like the two teams that often break the sort of like easier draft win rule are the two academy teams, so Red and Cade. Actually, I'm low-key surprised we don't see both the Red and Cade play in week 1 because I think they're first and second seed, right? So, but that's fine. I think Corinthians versus A7 should be a more fun match than the academy games. Kojima and Yuzin are already pushing them out of their own jungle, bro. Like, Dudu and Giggs have been forced out from the bot lane. They don't get to walk in here. Yeah, they gotta take the long way around. And even when they're taking the long way around, they have to be careful they don't get poked out in this area. Like, we know Kojima and Yuzin are there, but Kaboom don't know that Kojima and Yuzin might not be in the area. I'm actually kind of curious if Red know as well that Wiz started bot side. Especially since Dudu and Giggs were late coming to lane. I feel like you could make a reasonable guess that Dudu and Giggs went to cover the clear. Yeah. Because Kaboom saw or suspected the war came down around their Raptors anyways. So.
Mas não tem como, né? Por isso que o pessoal pega as escurárias, elas estão incendiárias, então tem um leque de opções, o fantasma também pode aparecer, então acaba sendo muito útil em vários momentos você ter essas ferramentas diferentes e os campeões operam de maneiras diferentes. Então, às vezes o Rakan
We're there with the good word out from mid lane.
pode ter esse fantasma que garante que ele
He's actually gonna
possa
see
operar
Nero
o jogo e
at
fazer
his
isso.
Raptors
Tá vendo
directly.
aqui os Ints tendo esse counter, mas sofrendo um pouquinho aqui no começo da rota.
Exato, né? A gente sempre comenta sobre como vai ser esse iniciozinho de rota superior. Os jogadores vão se estudando, se avaliando. E por aqui a gente vai ver que esse é o cara que vem sofrendo um pouquinho mais.
Tinha prometido que ia dar uma
Hurt winning at level 1 is not surprising. Ambessa kind of wants 3 to start trading.
ganhou uma, perdeu outra.
And I'm not confident Ambessa actually wins the matchup till she gets Eclipse anyways.
Jogou por enquanto 4 jogos, 2 vitórias e 2 derrotas.
But I'd love to see Nero come up here, but he started topside, so a little bit unfortunate.
A gente vê que o pessoal da comunidade aqui em termos de também
Oh, it's worth noting as well. Bot lane is a bit of a weird one because it is Rakan, who's one of the squishier engaged supports in the early game, up against a Bard who's straight up not an engaged support, so Enchanter. Oh.
É, a gente tem que colocar até a micro telinha porque lá embaixo tem entrever, aqui na parte superior também tem.
Oh. Hey, yo.
Tesourada pra cima dos Ints.
Hey, yo, Zins, just not respecting the damage. Here didn't even have to flash, bro.
A primeira eliminação dos playoffs do segundo split do circuitão.
Exatamente, o Hirit mandou muito bem, conseguiu conduzir.
That's really bad for Reddit Academy as a whole. Like, here it getting solo kills is a recipe for disaster. Like, if Wiz has to gank for Hurt, at least that's time that Wiz has to take out. But if Hurt's getting solo, Wiz can gank out the lanes too. These new chats are true that. Gwen isn't even new. When did Gwen even come out?
E isso é até uma tendência do time da Red, né? A gente tava comentando.
Gwen was released on April 15th, 2021. She is 4.5 years old now.
Seja legal você começar com o pé direito, também tem que ficar de olho porque o time da Red sabe muito
Damn.
bem jogar começando com esse tipo de desvantagem.
É, eles são um time que gostam de jogar muito para objetivo.
She does feel kind of like one of the newer champs still, but 4.5 years already. I guess the newer ones don't actually have true damage, do they?
O Nero é um cara que sempre traz esses campeões.
I actually think true damage is quite unhealthy for the game.
Farmar um pouquinho mais, para daí no seu
Additional damage, sure, but I believe that you should always be able to like, kind of itemize and cut, reduce the damage that comes through. Bro, I think Gwen came out before Zinz even started his competitive career. And she's been meta at least once before. Well, Zinz, he kind of catches up, right? He just had to burn the TP, but the extra long sword's giving him the ability to kind of stay and match. I am a little bit scared that Hirid has boots though, and Zinz doesn't. If Zinz steps up like this, and if he takes one bad trade, like Hirid can just run him down the lane, especially at 6. Oof. Whiff from Zinz.
Mas honestamente, André, nada que seja aquela desvantagem, que seja aquele grande déficit, mas você conseguir essa pressão no começo de jogo.
Yeah, Costream is doing well down here.
Gerir esse crescimento e principalmente também garantir que esses objetivos aqui na parte de baixo possam ser feitos.
Ooh. Dudu barrier. The funny part to me is actually Dudu barriered, but there were minions in front of him. So I don't even think his barrier stopped damage from coming through. It's literally a wasted barrier.
E também para onde está passando Nero. Vai tentar tirar pouco dessa visualização da equipe adversária.
Nero canceled the auto rip.
Desse primeiro dragão, mas também tem a aproximação do Wiz lá na parte de cima. Olha o mago.
Oof.
É pego no meio do caminho com
Mago just lost half his health for trying to trade with Grifta there. Yeah, before you get boots, I just don't think you can be afforded to be walking up to Talia like that with Seismic Shove available. Nero just walks menacingly at Wiz. I like this from Nero though. He's being very, very patient with it. I kind of wish he didn't smite it, but yeah. Vegan trying to do it, yeah. I think part of it's because Graftar actually just blew his mana on another combo mid. So between cooldowns and mana, Graftar couldn't help it in a 2v2. That's why Wiz is being so scared. But yeah, it does feel like there's cognitive dissonance watching the Shadow just run away from Pantheon like that. I mean, Shadow also got nerfed in this patch, so. Yeah, but I don't really like that we're seeing Kaboom kind of have to sit back so much. It kind of nullifies the first blood that Hirid picked up too. Like, Gold's pretty much dead even.
Por exemplo, nessa última situação, a Red poderia iniciar esse dragão, mas a gente vê que o grande foco aqui, como esse dragão não conseguiu ser feito, acaba se tornando essas vastilarbas. Então a gente vê que as duas equipes já começam a se deslocar para essa parte superior do mapa, buscam um pouco mais de recuo, aqui buscam um pouco mais de avanço para controlar essa visão, para forçar esse objetivo. E acho que a leitura foi...
Oh no. Okay. Wasn't me, I swear, guys. That was the stream, the feed. Lane swamps. Dragon didn't actually go down. For all that we saw Nero in the area, after he took Scuttle, he just kind of walked off. I feel like this is an opportunity for Kaboom to just handshake and take the trade on objectives. Like, if Wiz wants to play on this top side, I'm not convinced that's the best idea. The pillar is kind of a double-edged blade into the Bard specifically, so yeah, I just don't think Wiz can really play around his bot lane unless they're winning. Ooh, Mago's moving up too. Well, Greftar's full health, full mana this time, and has his combos ready, so if Kaboom win this, it's probably off their mid lane. Okay, there's the cut, the numbers. And I love that beautiful portal from Yuzin to get Nero out. So easy, so clean. Oh, and the level 6, the shuffle. Ooh, really nicely played. Really nicely played from Red. Oof, Yuzin with the flash. Slight overkill, but that's okay. Yeah, Zinz was even walking up from bot lane too, to try and reinforce the fight if it went longer. Like it. Yeah. I just love how patient Red is on this play. Like, Nero just takes that out, and then they wait for the reset. Everybody's cooldowns are up. Okay, let's go again. Mago, beautiful shuffle to kick things off. And then, yeah, just dogpiling. And because Kaboom used a bunch of stuff and then also kind of went on to secure a bunch of Void Grubs, they don't have the tools to actually fight, nor do they have the tools to get away. Oh, well, Brit. Yeah, that... I mean, it's one fight, but it does kind of feel like this is how we'd expect the game to go for the rest of it.
Eu acho que ainda pontuando essa última do Bardo poderia ser muito pior, porque poderia forçar ainda mais recursos naquele momento e conseguir ainda mais abates para garantir o tempo do mapa. Então, uma jogada que poderia ter saído muito melhor, mas ainda assim, a equipe da Red sai muito à frente nessa questão, consegue aproveitar muito bem o tempo. O Kojima pode ser pego aqui agora porque tá bem estendido.
É, ele tem ainda o apoio.
Nice Kojima.
Muita gente chegando e tem também o ultimate por parte do Giggs. E aqui ele vai sofrendo, o pilar é maravilhoso.
Where's the Tempered Fate?
E vai ter eliminação.
Wait, did Yuzen not level his ult at level 6? Brother Yuzen? If he has Tempered Fate, Kojima lives there. Is this a bug? Holy crap. Wait, Observer, please click on the Bard. Like, yes, Andreas, it was greedy for Kojima to step up there, but again, if your Bard had ult, yeah, dude, I think Yuzen skilled the wrong skill. Because level 7 and he gets the ult, that means he didn't have it at 6. Wait, that's actually freaking Yuzen trolling then. Bro.
Todos esses meandros fazem muita diferença por aqui, principalmente no jogo decisivo como esse. A gente já viu um pouco da participação da galera
That's hyper rough. Holy crap.
Né? O pessoal aí que tá envolto, a gente viu ali.
I mean, it doesn't really change too much for Red Academy. It just feels really bad, that's all.
Eu quero ver dos populares agora.
That's crazy, though.
Tá em casa falando com a gente na hashtag Circuitão.
Hey, Kaboom, what can you make of this? Graftar's Weaver's Wall back up.
Vocês também estão no negativo comigo, tá?
A gente tá atiçando hoje, a gente tá
Eu tô vendo, vocês estão realmente...
É o ânimo dos playoffs.
I want to see Kaboom just put resources into Hirit, man. That's your easiest ganking lane. Stop looking at Kojima. If Kojima and Yuzen don't troll, technically, they shouldn't die. Yeah, uncontested.
Eu chamei, ele veio, pô. É o Young Guts, ou L ponto, né, por aqui. Segunda é dia de circuitão, não tem como ser triste, eu concordo com ele.
Ó, o time do Kabum tá esperando.
Do they know? Does Mago know this?
Olha quem tá aí pra você.
Ele, meu amigo Cleverson. O churrasco tá de pé semana que vem, não chamei profissional.
Oh, okay.
Tentativa de engage, olha, o Giggs já puxa o Mago.
I mean,
Ele quase fica vivo por aqui, mas é finalmente eliminado pelo
Okay, that's really funny. So, Mago didn't know. You see, to me, that's a better use of resources than trying to gank Kojima. But, yeah, counterplay now. Oh, they're out of minions! Oh, nice. There we go. That's clean. That's beautiful. It even wears off just in time so that Zinz doesn't draw aggro from turret. Are we turret racing? How low is his bot side? They're trying. Here it has CP. He'll be able to TP back up. It's about the same. Only one and a bit plates on both top and bot. Okay. That bot side gang from Kaboom. The 3-man camp forever. Kaboom's 1v3 was kind of sloppy, Riz was clean. I mean, yeah. To be fair to Kaboom though, even though it's a bit sloppy, they still get it. They don't lose anybody. That's fine. You're just burning ultimates. That's all you burn. So yeah, it is messier, but I appreciate that Kaboom did it. They needed to get something back in terms of like getting tempo into the game. And that play, that was such a high sunk cost because they sat 3 people there for so long. So they do actually manage to pull it off. The worst would have been if Mago just didn't get caught or survived, and then, yeah, for Kaboom, you've invested so much in all backfires. It's also just a sign that Kaboom's being proactive still. They've not ceded control after one bad team fight. Baby steps, right? Baby steps. Hello, Rev. Your goat is live? Do you have a camera on your goat? Goat and 4 cats, Rev? Oh, so I didn't know you had 4 cats. I think I've only seen 2 of them before on your cams. Just because you're Greek doesn't mean you got a goat. But you said your goat is live. Also, are goats a thing? Like, is it a Greek thing? Like sheep and Brits? Or Welsh, I guess, to be specific. I mean, I guess... I don't think I've had Greek goat before. I've had lamb. The other 2 are less so. Yeah. Rev has a satyr. Yeah, sheep aren't goats, right? Like Greek roast lamb is fire. I love that stuff. More than a good lamb shank, I'd take a Greek roast lamb any day of the week. Ooh! Doesn't have to flash. Really? That's kind of illegal. Ah, there we go. Using not trolling this time. I mean, he still dies, but... Good catch from Kaboom in rotation. They kind of catch Red with their pants down a little bit. And Red a little bit sloppy with that. Tried to do too many things at the same time. Rev is the satyr. Just come to Greece. Show me some Greece. Dude, if I ever go back to Greece, man, 100% I'll hit you up. I've went, I think 6, 7, no, more than that. Oh, hold up. Oof. Damn. Wait, the red overload was fast. Like Zin's just was walking up, TP'd and made that call happen. Okay. I mean, this is gonna cost Red again because Zin's was walking on the way up. He didn't cover bot side, but very decisive from Red to just make that play happen. I think it caught Kaboom a bit off guard that they were that decisive. A lot of like teams we see in the tier 1 level, they tend to play more defensively. So rather than trading this heavily, they'll try and defend both sides most of the time, unless there's a very clear reason why they want to overload one side, or if they're the weaker team. But the stronger team usually tries to defend everything. So, respect. Yeah, they tried to go Nero again. I think Kaboom just took too long on this Herald, and they did it without enough bodies. Oh, Mago though. That was beautiful. I don't even think Mago needed to flash out, to be honest. I think Mago could have stayed in there. Like, they were so busy running, they weren't fighting. Yeah. Bigger, the Mago looks fire rich to try him out in the main team. I don't rip. Mago's good, I'll give you that. But Kaze looks like the real deal. Maybe if they didn't have Kaze. Oh, damn, it's actually been more than 10 years since I went to Greece a long time ago on a cruise. We did like a Mediterranean cruise around the area, and the Greece food was fire. I liked it better than. When I say I liked it better than food in Rome, there were places in Italy with better food, but yeah, than Rome, I mean. But yeah, Greece had some epic food. I think we were only in the Greece part of the Mediterranean for like 4 days in the cruise. So yeah, dude, that was a long time ago, more than 10 years ago. No, as in like Rome's food was unimpressive to me, but people told me it was good, and I thought the Greek food was better. I do like pasta though, so there's like good Italian pasta food. Yo, we are trying to bully Mago again. Oh! Is it enough to do anything? Nope. Yuzin's Bard has not been it. I'm sorry. His first Tempered Fate wasn't even there. At level 6, the boy didn't even level up his ult. And ever since then, his Tempered Fates have not really had much of an effect. It's always been like not really helpful. And it's not on Yuzin necessarily. It's just not having impact is all. That's unfortunate. Yeah, we have some pretty decent Greek food in Vancouver. Not probably like not as good obviously as in Greece, but still pretty good. And moussaka, the eggplant stuff, dude, that stuff is so good. Oh, they are so distracted. They are not hitting the turret. They're trying to get kills. Yeah, I don't know. Like, they did a lot of damage, and I think that's really scary for Kaboom. Red could probably start diving them if they're not careful in the outer and inner turrets. But for Red, I think that was a bit of a stat check for them just to see what they could achieve. Okay. Oh. Wait, Nero? Asian Nero? Oh, Dudu can't run. I feel bad for Dudu. The red buff slow was enough to screw him. Yeah, Red just brute forced that fight. They're not even that far ahead, and they just brute forced the dive into turret. Holy. That's so ugly. Mago? What did Mago do? That's it. Especially watching Nero and Dins get kind of hypey with that. Dash into tempered fate alone. Wait, so did he get caught? Sorry, I'm just gonna quickly double check. I didn't even see that. That's hilarious, right? I didn't even notice that he actually got tagged at the end of it. That's not even like a Bard is trolling me moment. That's just like I'm trolling myself on Bard moment. Oh man, I really like Nero's Pantheon so far. His Grand Starfalls have been absolutely on point. This is devastating. I love it. I don't know, sometimes when I watch these junglers, I feel like a lot of the junglers look really good when the team around them is really good. Because I didn't have that high hopes from Nero this split necessarily. But he's been really good with his red team. Like even here, he's fine. Yeah, they're fine. Nero dies, but 1 for 2. You take that. Holy. Yeah, Red are fueling themselves. They're out-handsing Kaboom. It's not even like Red is playing macro so much better than Kaboom. Like, they're playing macro better, but not like hugely better. They're just winning fights. Like, with a 2.5k gold lead, they're diving a turret and they're getting kills. And Kaboom just can't see the match. That's crazy. Dudu's a kamikaze. Hey man, he's just playing Corki from 2024, you know? When the package actually used to do disgusting amounts of damage. He's 2 years too late for that style of Corki. But yeah, Rich just ripping them apart. It's brutal to watch, holy. It feels like the only individual player on Kaboom right now who's matching his lane opponent is Hirit. Like, Dudu's just getting wrecked by Kojima. Greftar can't do squat against Mago. Like, they killed Mago a few times, but it's like 2, 3, 4 people ganks, you know? Oof. Yeah, and I don't know, man. I thought Wiz was a good jungler, but Nero is hard-botting him. Look at Nero just kiting around, dude. He barely took damage. That's so disgusting. Dude, if Red Academy wins CD again, that's crazy. They literally had to revamp their roster for Split 2. Only 2 remaining players, and they still pop off so hard. That's an indictment. The other orgs need to step up. Oh, it's only 3rd Drake. We're only 24 minutes of the game. It feels so much later with the pressure we're seeing come down. Oh, he flashed this time.
e o target que a Kabum IDL escolheu ter. Mas as chegadas do Nero, gente, se o Pantheon...
I wonder if that was the edge of Nero's range.
isolada pra cima de um jogador do time dele é muito complexo.
Exatamente, a gente tá voltando pra ao vivo aqui, a equipe da Red garante esse objetivo, então.
Os caras não param no mapa.
Pois é, mas ainda é o segundo dragão.
Because that was a bit of an awkward like position from Nero to come into when the fight's actually moving away from there. So I wonder if that was just like the edge of where he could actually reach max range, and then he just ran the rest in. 7-1 and 4, bro. MVP this game. 100%. It's kind of sad that, well, no. It's good that there's not another champion that does exactly the same thing as Pantheon, but it's kind of sad in that like it's very exciting to watch Nero play this style of Pantheon and get away with it. Like this hyper aggressive, just, you know, balls to the wall, see hero, kill hero style with the global to get him around.
Eu acho que essa tá sendo toda a tônica aqui desse jogo, né? O Mago fica fazendo ótimas ultimates.
Yeah, I think Red just need to fall back, take Baron and end the game.
E aí, se eles precisam de desengage, se eles precisam se salvar pra sair vivo,
Just take a sweeper, drop control wards. If Kaboom shows up, they die, and then it's game over.
E mais uma vez, todo mundo indo pra cima do Mago, enquanto o time da Red com os Ints tá lá do outro lado do mapa, empurrando rota. É uma coisa que a Kabum vai precisar olhar pro próximo jogo, né? A gente tá falando de uma série aqui melhor de 3, ainda pode acontecer muita coisa daqui pra frente, e eles precisam ter um pouco desse cuidado, entender como é que eles vão trabalhar esse mapa, porque eles sempre que eles estão propondo...
Okay, there we go. There's the control wards, there's the clear out. People just went back to base to buy too, so Red are... They should be in just a perfect position to take this. There's no reason for them to delay anymore.
Não vai.
They don't need using there. They can just start this. Oh, they missed the ward.
Porque os times vão responder esses objetivos, eles são muito bons em teamfight. Falei isso e a Kabum IDL não tá respeitando isso muito bem. Tá caindo no estilo de jogo da Red.
Marco.
Okay.
And they blew the TP. Okay, they got a pick. Oh, it's Wiz2. Damn. Good block from Hirit. If they kill Wiz, that just means kind of game over because that's Baron taken by Red. They can still do it. But it's Hextech Gate, so Wiz will come running out of base. Or not, he's just going to stay around. Just heal up off the minions, I guess.
Tava ali com sangue nos olhos, só que não arrumaram nada.
É, mas a equipe da Kabum tava se expondo demais porque tinha uma sentinela ali que não foi limpada por parte da equipe da Red, e agora nesse momento é que a Kabum vai começar a ficar um pouco mais forçada a ter que entrar por não ter essa informação no momento, e isso pode dar essa brecha de engage, mas como já spotaram...
I don't know, I think you're playing a bit too cute right now.
E por hora a gente vê esse avanço justamente desse poke por conta desse...
Hey, trying to set up ambushes and everything, just brute force this in, man.
Pode ser uma brecha interessante pra levar essas dois e talvez até mesmo iniciar esse barão aqui, mesmo que o Nero não tenha ultimate, ainda podem começar esse objetivo se eles quiserem.
E olha como... Opa! Vai ter luta por aqui.
Opa, vai ter briga, a torre vai caindo, mas isso não é o
suficiente Needleworks gone.
Para afastar o time da Red, que agora, ó, fez a torre como você falou, professor, e já vai indo na direção do barão que você disse.
Eu ia até comentar que olha o tempo que a Red ganhou depois de uma jogada que a acabou...
Kojima is gonna hold back the tide, okay.
Mas a Red, ela não recua, ela ganha muito tempo, a Kabum não consegue fazer muito... Não consegue fazer nada no mapa.
Bro, when an AD carry is trying to do a 1v5, that's a moment. Okay, Zinz is in the back. Yeesh. He just melted people. Damn, Zinz. Okay, there we go. That's game. It took a couple more minutes than they needed to, but it still works. Oh, Nero wants to kill. No flash, not enough speed buff. Oof. Close. Yeah, jungle canyon ray. That like Nero just ran this map from the get-go. Ooh, good flash from Rev. Mago has not had a fun game this game. Poor guy got dogpiled so many times. Just wants to get a highlight reel moment and Greftar breaks his ankles. 20 and a half. Okay, that felt a lot faster than 30 minutes. That game was pretty action-packed. Yeah. Besides that last bit of stall from Red Academy, they were just like going non-stop, and Kaboom just could not catch a break. Like, at least Kaboom tried to fight back early, but I think after about, like, maybe the 15-minute mark, 15, 16-minute mark, like, they just kind of, at that point, they kind of gave up. Like, they weren't able to make plays anymore. They're just sitting back, which is very unfortunate, but understandable. Grev was a hit. Yeah, because Grev had, like, freaking 3-man gang twice onto Mago. Hold in. Greftar was calling in the Goon Squad. And he needs to use the ult to spread the love, man. I just think it was a mistake from Wiz to focus at all on the Ezreal Bard bot lane. Like, yes, you got one cheeky kill off, but that lane was not the volatile lane. That was not the lane you were going to win. Even if Corki wins the lane, so what? You know?
Não conseguia ir muito longe. Eu acho que o draft também não foi muito sinérgico. Esse Trundle aí acabou não encaixando muito bem com a Thalia. A gente viu que em nenhum momento a gente viu a equipe da Kabum conseguindo aproveitar esse pilar com muita efetividade. A gente viu que eram muitos campeões que tinham translocações. Do Pantheon tinha o E pra segurar esse dano. O Ezreal conseguia translocar. O Azir conseguia sair com muita facilidade.
Os únicos abates que eles conseguiram nas rotas foi por conta do pilar do Trundle, né? Mas era em cima ali.
Yeah, Mago still did a lot of damage. He just did not have fun. Yeah, it was really rough for him. He played fine. If he managed to carry in that situation, I'd have been then he's absolutely cracked. Kojima pumped out damage, but yeah, 100% Nero was the guy who got mad. Zin's damage actually lower than I thought it was, because Zin's had some, like, that last fight, he was popping heads, man. I guess it's just a function of Mbessa more than anything else. And also it's kind of squishy that he was having, I guess, so it looks really impressive.
Quando o Greve aparece muito bem, a gente vê que é uma Kabum totalmente diferente e acho que justamente esse draft atrapalha muito o estilo dele de jogar, porque a gente não viu essa Thalia participando, chegando com o muro da Tesla, conseguindo buscar essas jogadas. Isso aqui ilustra muito bem o que você comentou, Fogueta, sobre essa
this one impressed me, and I feel like this fight kind of summarizes a lot of how Grid played this. Just better calling, decision making in fights, cleaner, and better just individual play as well.
Garantir esses objetivos, para garantir esses abates e acima de tudo, eles vão manter o tempo do mapa e a todo momento parece que as lutas podem ser favoráveis para a equipe da Red, da equipe da Kabum, desculpa, mas do nada acontece uma jogada, outra e a gente vai vendo que a execução individual também conta muito, porque a gente viu como o Nero fez uma partidaça e o próprio Kojima que você destacou durante a partida foi um cara que a gente não comentou, mas era um cara que estava sendo muito chato com o ECZ, ia muito para cima.
Yeah, Mago had some good moments. Again, poor Mago was kind of robbed this game.
Eu acho que aqui a gente teve 3 nomes bem claros nessa partida. Os 2 que você já citou e o Mago também, que
foi just got hard ganked
pelo time da Kabum o jogo inteirinho. E mesmo quando ele morria, ele ainda procurava formas de ganhar.
Okay, going into game 2 or draft. Like, I don't think draft was really an issue for Kaboom. I think Kaboom can continue to take blue side if they want and kind of go for prio. The big problem for Kaboom right now, I think, is just that they don't exactly have a winning lane anywhere. Hirit got counterpicked by the Mbessa, and really well played from Zinz to just kind of hold Hirit down the entire time. So, while I do think Kaboom taking blue side is probably the easier, more obvious choice, and generally speaking, it's probably the better choice, there's a part of me that kind of wishes Kaboom just takes red side and then counterpicks for Hirit in a lane that he can just smash. I don't know if that's necessarily like a better call, but I just feel like the way it's working for Kaboom right now is not working. Like, the OPs are not worth it for Kaboom. Azir, Pantheon, Trumbull, Gwen, so many OPs out. Yeah. I mean, even Thalia, to a certain extent, I still consider her a bit of a... I guess not OP, yeah, but she's like a staple in the mid lane, and she gets taken out too, so... Yeah, the problem is there's still so many other options, right? We were talking to top lane, Mbessa and Gwen are out, but you still got the Jaxes, you still got Renekton, you still got Gnar, you still got Yorick. If you're Bwipo, you still have Singed. AD carry role still has Yunara, Kaisa, open and available. The problem for Kaboom is if they do go red side, then actually their bans get kind of screwy. Because if you're already banning this on blue side, you're in trouble. Like, you have to ban that red side and then you let Yunara through. Or I think you open up the Zyra ban and ban Yunara on red side. Yeah, just a lot of options. A lot of options. Yeah, right. Banning Valera's blue side is crazy. I fully agree. Even the Yone, Loki. Greftar's Yone is not bad. I really don't feel like we needed to do this, but here we are. Like Mago's Yone is not bad either, but I don't know. I actually don't think Mago's Yone is that much more amazing than Grevlar's. I know that he had a reputation for these sort of melee champions, but I don't know. He didn't impress me that much with it.
Muito mais do que a bolsa do Brasil. Com você, forjando talentos e investidores.
Se eu não sou humana, o que eu sou?
Did you even think about it? Was it blue skies from Earth? Did you see a green world from your
Okay. This Disney ad, man. For all that I keep seeing this ad, I actually didn't even know what show this is. I mean, high key, that's a me problem, but did they actually show the name of this in the ad? Ritza needs to ban Pantheon Paris. Yeah, I personally don't think Pantheon needs to be banned. I think you can play around him. But yeah, if you are afraid of the Pantheon, then I agree. Red side should be the one who bans it, not blue. I mean, you can always leave a whole bunch of OPs open on red side and then give blue one and then red takes two. That's always like an option as well. Ah, they do put the name Alien Earth. I just forget it. But yeah. I don't know. Again, I just think the bans from Kaboom are like really rough. And it doesn't get better if they're on red side, I guess. That's the issue. So yeah. As much as I'd love to see Hero get counterpick, I just don't think they have the option.
I'd hate to fight me too.
Hi from Market. Literally. I would love to see them have made like a show. Well, so they're done with Piltover and Zon right now. I hope they do like Shadow Isles or something soon. But I think the next one they said is, was it Demacia? I think that's what they said. Next Netflix series or whatever series from Riot. Noxus? Not Demacia, yeah. Noxus. Which should technically bleed into Demacia, I guess, because Noxus and Demacia are always set up kind of together.
Estudando aí novas possibilidades, acho que quem sabe nos próximos passos. Tenho vontade sim de arriscar mais, mas por enquanto tô no safe. Então é isso,
I'm down for it, though.
Espero que tenha dado para entender um pouco da importância aí de procurar o seu perfil, onde você se encaixa melhor. E é isso, muito obrigado e até a próxima.
Part of me wonders if these players are actually investing with this company. What company is this?
Então é isso, acho que quem sabe nos próximos
E3 or whatever, yeah. Like, I mean, by contract, they probably have to do like an ad, but I'm just curious if like they actually invest with them or whether, you know, they're just reading off a script. Yeah, like, no hate if they do, man. Like, just part of the job. Oh, that reminds me. LTA Fantasy I don't think is done yet, but as in like the market hasn't opened, but I actually didn't check on how badly I did this week. I'm kind of scared to look. Yikes, that's pretty bad. You know, actually, if not for Tuts, this would have been fine. I just got screwed by Tuts. Pretty hard. Negative 1.2, bro, that's rough. Yeah, timed it pretty well in general. Did I not get a... No, okay, I did get the... Of course, I predicted the worst game, Nico. The point modifier was wasted. No sedge for Karaoke, unfortunately. Yeah, I was not expecting the Zyra game from Karaoke. That one kind of surprised me. And to see what is that? Sounds funny. You're trying to say. Wait, Ray, how shafted are you? You were top of the league. How did you? How badly could you have done this week? Can I see that actually? They show the round. You're kidding. I'm second this round with that horrific performance from Tuts? Damn. Ooh, okay, that's rough, Ray. Let's check this out. What killed you, buddy? Oh, C9 getting bodied by Shopify. Well, you got a really good point from the Ambessa one, though. You got the modifier on one of his higher games. And then, oh yeah, Kaze. Okay. I mean, Kaze had a good game, to be fair. It's just... Oh, okay, so... Yeah. I guess a lot of people did like kind of that, where they picked no point players who are not playing this week in order to get enough points to buy other players. I actually didn't know about that, ironically, which actually kind of saved me. If not, I probably would have gone in on Furia harder, which would have backfired pretty badly. So, oh, 4-4 missed his team again. Bren already said he's not doing it. Yeah. Wait, does that mean I'm still second? Rambling climbed up to the top, narrowly being up house, or Trajan, pardon me. We're actually not that far away anymore. Yo, Lunar's catching up though. Damn. Yeah, she topped this week. With, who did she go with? She gambled on Shopify. Nice. Yeah. APA did surprisingly well, actually. Considering he lost. I guess, yeah, the Ziggs game, if he gets Ziggs, he always performs well. Sheesh. 60 points. Wait, okay, we're back in... Yeah, we get draft. You got all in plays you thought was supposed to save you. Yeah, no, understandable. Like, I think that's probably the right call, Ray. I literally just didn't know that we could pick players who weren't playing this week, so... Okay. Kaboom went for red side. I like that. That's spicy. I think that's like a high risk play. But red prioritized Wukong over Yunara. Okay. And I guess they also pick all the sort of like assassin style champions to try and shut down this Yunara. I don't hate it. I don't hate it. Or said give me last pick or else. Bro, genuinely though, I think that's what you do. You save counter pick for Harriet, and then yeah, like that's the only reason why you go red side. But they look lost, and I feel like that's the only way. That's the only win con they kind of have. Okay, so we're looking for support and top lane, and we're looking for support top lane both sides. Okay. The Poppy ban's really good. I think the other ban I would actually have kind of liked to see from Kaboom a little bit would be Nautilus. Because I think the point and click from Nautilus against Akali and Kai'Sa can be really good. You don't like the red bans. I think Yone Varus makes sense. I would have banned Yunara instead of Rumble, but they got Yunara, so I guess that works out. And then Nico, Alistar. Rakan's gone, so... Yeah, I think the Nico ban makes sense to me. The Alistar ban, I'm kind of on the fence about. I wonder if Leona and Nautilus would have been better bans than Alistar here. Because yeah, you already see they have assassins. I don't think Alistar's really. Kaboom bans. Oh, you mean Red Cannons bans? Yeah. Because the only one I'm kind of questioning is about the Alistar really. Annie ban. Well, the Annie ban makes sense if you wanted to run assassins, which seems like that was the game plan from the get-go. I don't think you need to ban Shin if you're running assassins. Ooh. Okay, they go for Nautilus on red side in response to a Rel. Okay. Yeah, I guess Rel is actually good in assassins too. The Magnet Storm just locks them in, so that's fine. Oops, forgot to screenshot. Sorry, give me a sec.
Começando a pensar e fica detalhe por aqui, né? Esse é o matchup que ela entra direto, né, contra essa Kai'Sa e dessas vitórias que ela tem.
Okay, and then hop to live. To draft.
Locomoções, né, como a AD Carry, enquanto a Kai'Sa consegue se locomover de maneira muito mais tranquila. A gente viu nesse final de semana no dia de ontem o Titã
yeah, expand this a little bit, looks like. And then cut off the bottom.
Então ela, lógico, tem
Okay.
os seus problemas, demora
Oh.
pra o certo é a Yonara
Okay,
conseguir
Rid's
continuar
bans.
essa fase de rotas.
I mean, I'm okay with most of Rid's bans. If they wanted assassins-ish. I think if they wanted assassins, I'd rather have seen sort of a Maokai ban instead of a Xinjiao, but that's fine. I really like the Poppy ban. I don't feel that strongly about the Nar ban. I guess they're worried that Nar can just Nar everybody when they dive in, but yeah, it is kind of what it is. I think bans on both sides are okay for me. Assuming that Red always wanted the assassins. I think Kaboom have the very easy to execute composition again. It's your typical AoE, wombo, get in there, do things. Solid 4 comp. Red have a harder to execute comp, but I have said this before, and I'll continue to say this. I like assassins with a lot of agency. Like, every champion in this team has agency except for Nautilus. And even Nautilus is fine because he just kicks things off. So, I like this comp into the Kaboom comp a lot, actually. So, 4 and 4.5. I favor the Red comp slightly. In a vacuum, though, I think this comp is better in a vacuum. But just because it's squishy and immobile, squishy and immobile, mobile but killable if you focus enough people. Like, the Red comp should do well into the Kaboom comp.
Essa backline conseguir assassinar essa Yonara, conseguir assassinar a Soriana, então são pontos que acaba sendo muito complicado.
If anything, I like this Red comp more than I like their comp in game 1. Their comp in game 1 to me was a bit like, like, you just gotta play, you just gotta be the better team with that kind of composition. Whereas this one, yeah, you gotta have hands, but I think there's enough sort of safeties in the comp. As long as you just don't all get caught right from the get-go, you're kind of okay. You can afford to lose 1 or 2 people in the start of a fight, and then Kaboom's just still gonna struggle to take objectives. As long as 2 of your assassins are alive, it's gonna be rough.
É que eu vejo que a equipe da Red tem muitas ferramentas e acho que, como a Fogueta destacou, traz muito dessas teamfights que a equipe da Red é muito bem, com campeões que conseguem fazer essa teamfight muito bem de uma maneira muito explosiva e muito caótica. Então, eu vejo aqui que são pontos muito diferentes de composição, mas eu acho que também vai depender como a equipe da Kabum vai conseguir se comportar nesse early game, mas principalmente eu acho que o spike do primeiro item, do segundo item, vai ser
I'm just looking at what Professor's saying.
12 até os 21 minutos, eu acho que é a grande definição de como a Kabum vai jogar, que eu acho que eles vão estar melhor munidos, assim, se o early game for relativamente tranquilo.
Yeah, I largely agree with what he's saying. I think the only thing that instead of like 12 to 21 minutes, I think it's close to like the 15-20 minute mark. Basically, I think the 1 item power spike is important, but I think the 2 item power spike is what's going to define the game, because the Kaboom composition at 1 item can fight, but at 2 is when that's their peak. If they don't take over the game at 2 item power spike, then you're kind of in trouble. Yeah. Okay, so yeah. This is the same thing. For goodness, the same color as the parrot on the table. Brother Ray, you're the one who actually understands what they're saying, and I love that you're the one who just gets distracted by this. Yes, Fogueta is on the Team Baron. That is kind of funny though. If the angle is a little bit more off, it would just blend into her. I wonder if they're her clothes or whether they have like clothes for the casters, like a wardrobe for casters on site. Because I think for LTA North, they have like a wardrobe on site, I think. I don't know if like CD does the same. Riot dresses them? Okay. So basically, whoever is dressing Fogueta. I want to say he trolled, but kind of low-key trolled.
Nessa chave superior, porque se cair é MD5 valendo a vida. Quem será que irá churrascar nessa nossa primeira MD3 dos nossos playoffs?
Yeah, I think for LTA that makes sense that they're getting that, you know, there's a clothing coordinator, fashion coordinator. I just don't know about like CD, whether they do the same for, yeah. Because tier 2 is kind of...
8 jogos em sequência, né, contando essa última partida que a gente acabou de ver agora, que o time da
At least in North America, tier 2 is like, whatever. It's not very well run anymore. And the production team tries. I know the casters for sure. A lot of them care a lot and try to do what they can, but especially this split, I think it's been particularly tough for the broadcast team to work with the organizers, because the organizers are not like North American. They're, well, I guess Mexico is North America. Central America. But Liga Ace is, I think, not used to working with the North American casters and stuff. So, from what I've heard, communication issues are abounding. Wait. Where did Harry get the +1 from? What the hell?
Sabe que não pode buscar muita coisa por enquanto. Sem o Nautilus também nesse nível 1 acaba sendo muito complicado de buscar alguma jogada. E a gente tá
What?
Justamente o Zent vindo.
Where does Jax randomly get +1? It's the skin, isn't it? Did he actually get +1? Yeah, he's got 3 more gold. Bruh, low key. I didn't know you could do that. I remember Samira has one, which I think is a -1 gold, right? Her animation or something like that. With her gold coin. Or she like does 1 damage or something when it came out. Also, I don't know why. I think it was this week or last week I was talking about how Annie's range got nerfed. I was double checking her patch notes. They buffed her range in season 9 back up to 625. So when they nerfed her range was like back in season 6. I am unholy old when it comes to League of Legends, and I am forgetting things or getting my dates switched up because I thought they buffed her range and then nerfed her range. They nerfed her range and then buffed her range. So 625. She does actually outrange 80 carries right now, which is just messed up. Yeah, Samir throws the coin. I think she actually loses the coin when she does that. Like loses that 1 gold. Whereas fishing 1 gold, so kind of broken.
Fazer trabalho de ser presente pouco mais cedo para talvez acelerar pouco o jogo do mago, tirar ele dessa rota lateral.
I'm actually kind of a little bit surprised we don't see any support show up. Anytime her range exceeds like an 80 carry range, I expect to see that champion be a potential support, especially when she's got a built-in stun and high base damages. Is Mago trying to die? Like, real talk for a second. Mago's just sitting around taking all the damage. If Graftar wants to run him down, that could have been flashes blown. He looked Samiro and she could dash backwards into the allies. Yeah, that was when she was broken. In comp play, we saw quite a bit of her too at that time. Mobility is always such a strong tool. To be fair, in solo queue, that was like incredibly frustrating. The mobility of Samira. Didn't they also, for Samira, put like a buffer with how fast she can dash, so it's not like from dashing? I think there's that to Akali too, like a mini cooldown in between her dashes. Yeah, solid hook from Yuzens.
Já vai flechando, ele tinha a visão da aproximação do Mamaco. E agora a gente vai vendo que pode ser uma disputa pelo Arung, hein? E já vem se aproximando, joga o companheiro na parede, só que o Giggs também vem colando junto. A situação fica dificílima, 3 jogadores do time da Kabum apenas...
Oh, Nero broke some ankles right there. Yeah, I don't think Red wants this though. Their mid is too weak right now. Yeah, I think Yuzen's just sacking himself for the team. Yep, hero play. Respect. Respect to Yuzen, man. He did what he had to for his team, because his team trolled. Yeah, Rid just has no prio early in mid-jungle. Wukong needs 6. He's a ramping jungler. Akali's a ramping mid. Like, what are we doing? Also, kind of crazy that Mago has more CS than Graftar. When Graftar was bullying him out. Oh, Rip missed. Oh, yo! That timing from Mago, yo! That's clear! What?! No shot Mago lived there. What are you angry B about, bro? Yo, that was super clutch. 21 health, I think, was what he dipped to, lowest point. Hello, Lunar. Nah, today I'm BO3 Minion Caster, man. We're in playoffs. No more of this random BO1 business. Oh, they overstayed, though. I feel like Yuzen's getting low-key shafted because his team keeps overstaying and playing overly aggressive. Like, Mago got the kill, he's low, he just wants the extra wave. He's greeting for the extra wave. Just go home, man. Graftar, open mid. Hey, I mean, Graftar was the one who died. You shouldn't be the one to call for the open mid. I still prefer my BO1s. I've said it before. I like BO1s in double round robin. Single round robin, not so fun. It was too okay. Even as I say that, I realize I did find best of ones fun in CD because we got so many upsets because of it. Do I think it's a good competitive format? No, not single round robin. No. So I'm glad we shifted over to the BA3s now, and we actually start seeing some. There's a chance we see other comps. Unfortunately, I think in 2 games you're still gonna see meta champions. You need at least a game 3, and usually, depending on the teams, maybe a game 4 to start seeing weird picks. I'm complaining I didn't get enough crows best of ones. Sure, if you want to take it that way, then I'm not gonna say no. Oof, Wiz just gets chunked out. They canceled the base. This dive is gonna happen. They just need to walk the wave in. Wiz canceled. Oh my goodness. Too many cancels. Okay. The TP from Geeks. I think Red could have dived that anyways. They just didn't know if it was Greftar. And even if it was Greftar, I think they died that anyways. Like, Shockwave was already down. Unfair.
Que a Fogueta comentou, a vantagem de farm que ele conseguiu nesse começo. Essa matchup, assim, é um pouco difícil pro Jax no comecinho, mas às vezes não é pra ser uma vantagem tão gritante assim. Exatamente. Mas aí
I think Red is almost out of their sort of early game slump. Like, Nero should be almost 6 if he's not already 6. Mago just needs first item. Okay, Nero just needs like 1 more camp. Once he finishes his camp, he's 6. Dudu's also opened up a 10 CS gap for some reason. Are you really milking content? Nah, Lunar, gotta wait for me to start doing React videos before it becomes really milking content. Am I on the pod this week? No, they actually just recorded this morning, the pod. I'm not on the pod. I promised Bren to try and get him on, so we had Bren on this morning. For your Pokemon question, as you requested. This week, it wasn't that I wasn't available. This week was just that, you know, the scheduling worked better. If, yeah. Can Wiz get a third? Nope. And they got the kill on Mago. Clean from Red. I think Red are pretty happy with this. That's another kill onto this Akali that's scaling. They don't miss out much either. Kojima rotated up. That's really good. Your question, want to know when he did? Yeah. Okay, that's right, yeah. No, we got Ren on, so. Yeah. So unfortunately, I'm not on this week again. But that's okay. You're all probably sick of seeing me on the pod anyways. I've been on most of the episodes, the last couple, like, yeah. I think only 4x4 has been more episodes than I have for the pod. Because Trajan went on vacation for a bit. So he missed a couple weeks too. Actually, no, he did it while he was on vacation. So maybe Trajan might have more than me too. Yeah, actually, Luna, I just noticed that you're almost catching up to me again. You're a third out of nowhere. Well played. You were the highest this week. This week was kind of rough. We'll see if you can beat me again this split. For fantasy. Okay. Ooh, good dodge from Greftar. Red's playing quite confidently. I don't know if they should be. Okay. Geeks had no Magnet Storm, so they couldn't lock him down. Like, Red's lead is not big enough for me to feel comfortable with the way they play. They're a good team, though. Why loud, Mago? Much like FNB losing in playoffs, yet inevitable. It's not playoffs, so technically FNB is just choking for no reason.
E acho que esse é o grande ponto. Se você joga com muito medo de executar jogadas, de buscar essas plays, você acaba se comprometendo muito.
Litter, the slander never stops.
Mais de vantagem se eles não tivessem com tanto medo da informação informação do que tá rolando no mapa.
Acho que um pouco desse recurso também. O Giggs estava sem a ultimate que ele tinha usado na rota do meio ali pra incomodar o
Okay.
Eu acho que era muito gasto de recurso também pra
Oh, really nicely played from Zinz. That's almost frame perfect, the stun, to match the stun. That's like the ideal.
Não foi muito acertada não.
Oof.
E agora o Kojima ele se afasta, não é acertado pelo stun do Giggs e tudo vai se repetindo. É impressionante como
Okay, 4v4. Oh, Kojima is getting run down. He's lucky Blade of the Ruined King isn't done for Dudu, or he'd be dead.
Os jogadores tentando buscar alguma coisa, muita proatividade, ninguém conseguiu desses abates.
Okay, well played from Kaboom. Dudu actually kind of making this successful. If not for Dudu chunking out Kojima, I think Red goes for this, and then I think things go kind of pear-shaped.
E agora estão a objetivo de garantir a proeza de objetivos.
Mas olha o Nero indo pra cima do Hirit agora. Tem essa informação e vai pra cima.
That's in the pod, so he's an FMB.
Oof.
Okay, Nero just decides to... That's fine, I guess. I mean, he's drawing a lot of attention topside. The objective, the hero doesn't spawn for 3 minutes, so... It's not terrible.
E o Hirit também não tem o teleporte disponível, então abre a margem aqui pro Mago conseguir bater na torre. Mais uma onda de minas, conseguir danificar, conseguir ainda mais recursos nesse momento. Então talvez essa troca não valeu a pena pra equipe da Cabo.
Supportal combat.
É, assim, garantem um abate em cima do Nero e atrasam um pouquinho o jogo dele, né?
The synchronized alpaca thumbs ups.
Coloca o Kong em uma certa desvantagem e dá mais um pouquinho de recurso.
Unfortunately for Mago, he didn't quite take the turret, but I think he's got enough gold to buy the protobelt. Yep, protobelt and shoes. Okay. Okay, so this is the one item power spike that gets kind of iffy for Kaboom, because I think Red's one item power spike is stronger. Kraken Slayer picked up for Kojima as well.
Mas é complicado porque o tempo todo fica alguém sobrando nesse mapa.
Kaboom need to play really carefully.
Agora chega o Hirit
And
pra
Kaboom, I think, will be much stronger on the 2 item than they are on the 1 item.
O Zinx ficou sozinho, empurrando rota lá na parte de cima. E agora o Gravitar chega pra responder.
But the start was good for Kaboom. They got 2 of the grubs and they got the dragon, so better stacking for them.
Porque parece que toda
Even if they have to sack a couple of objectives, they should still be fine. It buys them a lot more time.
perdendo o controle de alguma coisa que eles precisavam fazer pro time da Red Canids.
É o cobertor curto, né? Tapa aqui e descobre ali.
É, acho que não só isso também, né? Pode ser aquela jogada de bombeiro, né? Você tenta apagar o fogo ali,
Apagar
então...
os incêndios, né? Mas
Exatamente.
já tem muitos.
Pois é, às vezes você tem que tomar um pouco de cuidado dessas jogadas. Às vezes
Pequenos incêndios em todos os lugares.
às vezes é mais fácil
Baita
você aceitar
série.
que a situação já tá ruim e você não tentar
Baita
ser o
série.
bombeiro. E a gente tá vendo aqui que pode se criar outra situação.
É, dessa
Oh.
vez o Greve vai
Grafter should be fine.
abusa da mobilidade.
He still
sai
got flash.
ali Vazado, mas ele quer retorno. Já vai encaixando muito dano pra cima do Nero, gastou sua ultimate.
Why?
Não vai chegar a pegar nenhum abate, não tem
Why
nenhum follow-up, não
do
tem
these
nenhum
mid laners all look so good on
mas
Orianna
já
all of a sudden?
assustou
It's
um
so
pouquinho mais
weird.
o Nero, que ia fazendo aquele avanço. A gente sabe que ele não tem
Like, I've seen some of these guys play Orianna the last 2 years, and they did not look good on it.
É, alguns momentos aqui a equipe da Cabo não conseguiram punir muito
Why
bem.
did they say it looks so much better this year?
O Nero avançando duas
Are they
vezes,
spamming
mas
it?
o teleporte na rota inferior querem tentar eliminar o Whis.
Oh, this teleport from Zinz. We're a minute out from Herald, and we are just sacking Prio top.
Enquanto isso, fica livre o caminho pro time da Red garantir essa torre aqui na rota inferior. E falando
I don't know how I feel about this one, Chief.
já garantiram ali. E opa, na rota do meio tem briga. O
Oh, poor Yuzen.
encontrando
Bro couldn't even move.
nas mãos do Dudu. A primeira dele, a primeira dessa Yunara no jogo, que a gente não tem falado muito.
They burned all that on a support. Again, 30 seconds before Herald spawns. I don't know what we're doing.
Abusa da mobilidade.
Oh,
Dessa vez,
sheesh.
teve a ultimate
Okay, Mago knows what he's doing.
E é outro assassinato com sucesso nas mãos do
Okay,
Mago.
that was actually kind of cool for Mago.
Ele tinha gastado a ultimate em cima do Nero.
I low-key thought they were inting a little bit because they used Zin's TP to cover bot side. And I thought they were going to use Mago's TP to pressure top, but no, he just went straight for the kill.
Chegando, ele é enquadrado,
Zinz dies, though.
jogado na parede, se afasta, tenta ganhar um tempo,
Call the
já
weak doesn't do enough
gastou
damage.
todos, mas agora o Hirit só precisa do seu cooldown pra finalizar.
Doesn't even get the
Mas
execute.
isso, abate nas mãos do Wiz, abate em cima do Zinz.
Já é uma
Yeah, apparently teams just don't care about Herald because we are just burning everything randomly before Herald spawns.
Eles estão conseguindo cobrar um pouco.
I won't say for absolute zero, but certainly I do not understand a lot of
Pode ser
questions.
um pouco errada, o Zench pode ter sido pego.
A troca de tapa continua, mas quem era caçador pode acabar virando caça. O Giggs viu o perigo.
Support
viu o
lives
caos,
matter.
já se afastou,
They do, but
desistiu dessa
it's just the investment cost is really high for a support.
Tá conseguindo alguns recursos, tá conseguindo
Also, not a masochist, more likely a sadist. Kinda neither, but
um pouquinho mais a Red, né? A gente até tá vendo aqui na questão da itemização, o Wiz agora está com o coração de de aço, então vai ser um pouco mais difícil de derrubar esse Skyner. Ele tá fazendo uma frontline bem interessante, agora é diferente de como foi o jogo com o Trundle, que a gente comentou que, beleza, tiveram algumas iniciações que foram por conta do pilar, mas não auxiliaram tanto. Tá diferente, tem que ver se vai ser o suficiente.
Mas agora que pode ser suficiente é esse engage por parte do time da Red, do Hirit. Será que ele consegue fugir pela parede? Ele flecha.
Oh, the synchronized flash. Holy. They really wanted to hear it.
Por cima da parede para pegar esse abate foi cinema, mas
Okay, but we're stacking this again for Rit. I don't know why. Like the macro from Rit this game is confusing me. Like I don't understand the priority. We are just trying to get kills, and that's the priority, I guess, is what I'm getting from this so far. Also, top laners and getting randomly caught in this game. I don't know what's the deal. Tilting here is their win condition. I get. If I'm hurt, I am tilted though. He's 40 CS down in a tough lane matchup where he didn't even get help from Wiz or Giggs. Oh, this is a good gank from Kaboom. This is worth. That is good. You shut down the Dark Seal. Sacker. That's a good play from Kaboom. You kill Hirit Esports. True, but Kaboom is not just Hirit Esports. It's now Super Graftar. It's Graftar Gaming. Truly though, I think Graftar is doing the best on the team right now. Him and Dudu, and the team needs to play around them. But this is where Kaboom has struggled the most. Again, why are we picking Kaisa so much into Yunara? She does not feel like a counter to me. She's straight up losing every time I see Blade of the Ruin King being built. Yeah, honestly, Kaboom can actually now play around these carries. Like, Dudu and Greftar are good. They're strong. They've been performing the best. Forget about Hero Esports for a bit. Embrace the GG. Greftar Gaming. Oh, that hook from Zuzan. I could see the idea, the dream. Kojima, we are trying to melt through a tank. We are burning a lot on tanks. Yeah, I don't know what Red's doing. I am very, very confused. If he had proper items, Kai'Sa is dead. I don't know, Ray. I feel like Blade of the Ruin King is the better 1v1 item. It's the one that I see usually winning out against Kai'Sa.
E de certa forma a gente tá vendo que a Red Kennedy, que propôs toda aquela agressividade no early game e entregou abates na mão do Gravitar, não tá conseguindo mais se estruturar. Parece que aquele jogo deles tão controladinho que a gente comenta não deu certo e eles não sabem mais trabalhar isso.
This just feels very optimistic to me. Like, you know your turret's about to go down, and Yuzin was timing the hook for as the turret went down. But you don't have the numbers to kind of make this work. So that was already like overambitious, and then again that part they just need to back off, I guess. I'm less worried. Like what happened after to me was less egregious. Oof. Yeah. I mean, you weren't winning before the hurricane. You're not winning after the hurricane.
Tá soltinho no pagode, não tá nem aí. E agora só esperou a entrada dele, do Giggs. O engager maravilhoso do time da
100% Dudu is kind of fed right now. Okay. This isn't enough. We are going in one after another. Then Zin's TP's late. Like, what?
E o Nero também vai de ralo. Sobraram o Mago, também o Ziggs. O Mago vai tendo seus dias contados.
Oh my god. No shot, Ritter actually turning this. This is illegal, bro.
Mas ele fica solto no meio de dois jogadores, ele não sabe.
I'm bashing my head into a wall.
Vai indo na direção do Greve, ele quer sangue, ele quer perseguição, mas ele vai desistir no meio do caminho.
This is so illegal that Red is not getting wiped off the face of the earth with how bad some of their fights are going. Like they went in one after another in that fight. I do not know why we're doing that. And then they somehow get it. Red are playing like C9. Yeah, Lunar. Except they, well, C9 won one game against, or two games against Shopify. That went 4-5. Yeah. So yeah, high key, yes. It's perfectly legal. No, it's illegal. Kaboom can't punish, yeah. I mean, the goal difference is not even that high between the two teams, considering that Red have basically lost almost all their fights, there's no reason why the goal isn't bigger. It's like 1,000 gold difference, 2,000 gold difference. It's not that big. This is disgusting. I mean, Mago is pretty fed too. This shouldn't even be as close as it is. Four for 2 at the end of it. It's a 1k gold lead after all is said and done.
Então, como que eles vão conseguir parar isso depois, né? Porque o Dudu é um só e ele tá sendo um grande causador de dano aqui desse time. O Grafter ainda não tá conseguindo.
Hey, that's a cute emote. I didn't know. Or yeah, I didn't think Dominate had. I didn't realize that was I would Dominate emote. Oh, huge Magnus Storm from Gigs. Okay, there we go. You see, this is how I expected the fights to go. Like, with the way Red is playing, this should be happening. Red Academy kind of wasted a really nice draft. I am not here for it. Like, what an Akali could have done, what the Renekton who was ahead should have done, is now being completely negated because, yeah. And Kaboom are actually playing around their carries. Or, that fight they played around their carries. Up to that point, they weren't really playing around them. But look what happens when you peel for Dudu. Look at what happens when you peel for Dudu. Holy crap, he out-damaged the entire enemy team solo. You hate Ridge Draft, Lunar? Why? I mean, it's like, it's a typical damage overload, mobility overload against Wombo combo comp. I mean, I think the Rel helps a lot for Kaboom to negate that, but... Oh, that Magnet Storm. And dude just auto-attacks them. Yikes.
Fica sempre ativo, então nesse momento ali a gente viu quanto de dano essa Sayonara conseguiu causar, ainda mais com a itemização do espada do rei, vindo também com esse...
Was that the GG fight? Like, can Red still play? 3.8k, they lost turrets. Still playable for Red. Really tough, but playable. I think the biggest problem looking at Red right now is actually Kojima. The way he's playing the Kai'Sa is really bad. It's like he expected to win the 1v1s against Yunara, and when he didn't, he just doesn't know how to play fights anymore. He just low-key ends it by dashing in first. If anything, he should be waiting for cleanup. Let Zinz and Nero open up, and then... yeah, just try and steal kills away from Mago. Geeks just played like Cavallo and won the game on spot kick. Low-key, yeah, actually. Geeks is huge. I think I'd MVP Geeks this game. For all that, I think Dudu has been doing really, really well as well. Part of that's also just that you got Yunara. Congratulations. And Greftar played well, but I think Geeks is just better than both Greftar and Dudu this game. And Herrit Gaming is not even a thing. Herrit got shut down early. I mean, he's going to become relevant now, but it's his team carrying him to the game. And even then, I still don't think he'll be as big as Dudu or Greftar. Geek zoned him off a control ward. Support zoning out an 80k, top laner, pardon me. Damn, that feels bad. Zinz actually did well this game too. I feel like Mago and Zinz did well for the teams. Yeah, the brute force just coming in. Kaboom's doing a good job warding their flanks, so it's really hard for Mago to get in there right now. If no Mago Kojima flank threat, just not a lot of threat from Red, unfortunately.
lembrando que isso vai refletindo nessa vantagem que só cresce.
Importantíssimo também as visões que eles vão colocando mais atrás para que os Ints não consigam fazer um trabalho de flanco, né? E isso é muito importante porque a composição da Red depende que
Geek's playing like his idol. His idol. Geek on.
Why
Why Geek on? Like Geek God. Geeks is playing well this game. Unlike Gigo this last weekend. Loki, Bull had Gigo's number this weekend. Oh. Okay, this is a chance for Red. This is honestly like the best position they can get. They got the flank. It's a split fight. Okay! Hyper mobility damage coming through. Oh, here it's gaming though. Yeesh. Closer than I've liked. There we go. That's the comp diff right there. Like I said, 3k down, still playable. Yep. That fight, I know they're gonna replay it, but I'm gonna rewind it manually because I think the setup for this was really, really important. Like the fact, like I said, Mago has to find flank position. Up to this point, Kaboom had been warding all their flanks so that when they were pushing topside, there was just no flank position. When they go for Baron here, they don't do the proper setup. So there's only this part that's warded out. They didn't have control over mid lane. There's no wards here. There's no wards here. There's no wards here. So Kaboom, not Kaboom, Red has all the angles they need to look for flank positions. And that's exactly what happens. And then this was the icing on the cake. When Gig's Magnet Storm didn't catch Yuzen and you burnt it, then suddenly you don't have the defensive tool to stop like all the assassins from coming in. And then, yeah. Also, Kojima doesn't int this one for a change. He's not the first one in. He's letting Zinz and Nero get in there to cause the chaos. Like, Mago is hit enough that he can get in there, eat the initial burst, and survive the initial burst. That creates space for Nero to get in there, and then split the fight. And just all the CC starts to come through. Like, literally, this is exactly just what they needed to do. Has Baron gone? Oh, Zinz did work. Geek short. I mean, a little bit. Like, you can say that's on Gigs. I think Yuzen just played that really, really, really well. His hook managed to drag him out of the Magnet Storm. I don't even know if that's intentional. Like, that seems so... Like, the timing of it is so finicky that it feels like Yuzen high-key got lucky with it. And hey, you take that. Luck is better than skill, if you can get it consistently. And now the gold lead actually swings back to Red with Baron buff. Like, I don't know how much Red can get off this Baron buff. Maybe the mid lane outer, but... Yeah. It gets him back in the game. I think that's the most important part.
Estão buscando essas jogadas e o Nero vem fazendo um ótimo avanço pela selva, mas tem uma sentinela de controle ali no efeito azul, então isso pode ser um pouco perigoso para a equipe da Red também ser exposto nesse momento. E os
Man, if I'm Kaboom, I'm crying. Just one bad fight. Again, like I said, I don't even think it was like, I don't think Kaboom did anything criminal, pardon me. I think that's when, like, that's why I think the edge of this comp, it's just a cop issue, partially.
E por enquanto são 3 dragões pro time da Kabum e a gente começa a observar mais uma condição de vitória dessa equipe.
Red did not get the outer mid lane turret, damn. It's freestanding gold, guys. They got top inner though, at least, so. These silents are super long. It's literally from inhib turret to inhib turret. Favors Kaboom a little bit. I think Hirit's push threat is much higher. Extra stopwatch, you think he can carry fight? Yeah. Well, I think that's what Kaboom's hoping for too right now. The stopwatch and Graph Tower is not that impactful.
Contra eles, porque essa alma do oceano é muito impactante, mas puxaram aquela rota do topo e aí vão ter que obrigar o time da Kabum a sempre estar se separando aí para responder a isso, né? Agora o Greftar já tem uma zona na mão, o que é interessantíssimo pro time da Kabum.
Before the fight, let's see if they can get side lane pressure. Zinz and Hirit setting up is actually going to be key. And I think wave control has been something that's been kind of bad in CD for most of the split, so... But Hirit, of all people, has no excuse for having bad lane control. Side wave control, pardon me.
Orianna não pode avançar muito, né? Ela avança um pouquinho até onde ela tem visão e depois ela tem que voltar. Ela nunca pode ficar muito tempo sozinha. E o Grefter ainda que tá numa posição de grande iniciador aqui pro time da Kabum, então ele não pode morrer em momentos...
This turret here is just a symbol of defiance. I feel like from Kaboom, they just refuse to let it fall. And if Red can't take it, I doubt the ability to push in. Oh, Impale's gone. Wiz burned Impale. Traded for Flash or Usant.
Mas do outro lado, o Zend também vai trabalhar sem flash nessa sequência do jogo.
E um grande ponto pra destacar aqui é como a equipe
Good word.
conseguiu unir muito bem esses esforços pra defender essa torre do mid, porque essa torre do mid tá brecando totalmente essas outras laterais, porque a gente tá vendo que não tem nem torre tier 1, nem tier 2, tanto no top quanto no bot pra equipe da Kabum, mas a T1 do meio estar de pé.
Wiz is walking up menacingly.
Muito agressivas pela selva e também
This is good for Kaboom right now. They've got Hero on the split push. And they've got better control mid. Somebody tell Ranger it's not worth it. Wasting it in KH AoE on a support alone. I'm sure Ranger's probably pulling his hair out in the coaching staff room right now. Watching Wiz, Geeks, like literally both the primary engagers of the team with their ults.
Ela ainda continua lá por conta dos recursos que estão sendo gastos para manter a torre de pé, para manter esse mapa ainda mais estável para a equipe da Kabum.
Hate the lack of wave control Red has. Company sucks. To be fair, I think that's just a lack of wave control, side lane control that I think a lot of teams in CD have.
Pode ser bem complicado para a Red achar novamente esse ângulo, porque às vezes a gente não acha que um milagre não vai cair, um raio não cai duas vezes no mesmo lugar.
É, né? Precisa daquela tempestade perfeita que foi o que aconteceu nessa última briga.
The Europe poke's not doing
A gente
anything.
tá falando do time da Red, é o time que tem a execução muito boa, é quem tá brilhando aqui no circuitão, só que é o time da Kabum que puxa o gatilho.
This turret though is really messing up Red right now. Like Kaboom, when they're playing around mid lane, have so much control because they've got the turret behind them. They drop a control one side and then they just play for like that half of the lane and know that they're safe. That's why we're seeing Red really struggle to actually do anything and find any picks. They're not really a teamfight comp either, right? So. Yo, I don't know if Zinz wins this. Okay? They didn't kill Dudu. Oh my goodness. Okay. Well played. Yunara's a champion. Holy crap, Dudu. Holy crap. Yeah, man. This was like old school Philios all over again. Are they going to replay the fight? They might not because the game's ending, but I want to see how and why Red engaged the fight. Like, I was watching Zinz and Harriet on the left side fighting. Okay. So using Amarga just kind of going in. Yeah, okay, the Magnet Storm from Geeks was there this time. Magnet Storm, man. Geeks kind of the most important person, so. Yunara is just easy mode of Helios. Kinda, because you don't even have to swap guns, right? Like, you just perma have red-white, it feels like. Or I guess white more than red-white, but. You've got, like, Calibrum range plus white damage, effectively. Damn it, crap. What? Can you imagine if Kaboom win this series? What a huge upset, dude. Like, if I'm Red Academy, my mental is booming if I lose this series. Well played to Kaboom, though. The funny part is they did actually go on red side. They did actually drop counterpick for Harriet. And to be completely honest, it did not even matter. I don't think that Jax was at all relevant or was not impactful to the win whatsoever. Like, I think it's just the Yunara they got. And that's a red drafting error. They needed to prioritize the Yunara more. But glad to see Kaboom could actually win a game not off the back of Harriet. They played well around Dudu. Geeks were MVP for me. You don't know, NACL is all upsets. Yeah, this last week was all upsets. Except for Winthrop. Winthrop was the only team that couldn't quite join the upset club. It's in Jinx versus Sivir. Oh, true, Ray. That's actually... That would actually be funny if they did that. Grab their Scion, man. Wiz doesn't have the balls to pick Lilia. Difference between teams practicing best of 1 versus best of 3.
Pois é.
I mean, I wouldn't say Kaboom's practicing best of 3s.
A composição da Red pra esse jogo eu acho que não pode ser picada em
Kaboom wasn't even winning the best of
tô
1s.
falando de
Mas já
alinhamento.
acabou.
É, mas tudo bem.
Yeah.
Mas a lua nova tá vindo aí, né?
Mas é que o
Então-
Quirón deles tá em Sagitário.
That's it. I still like the draft, and you could see like even when they're down, Red's draft can still execute. It's just a lot harder. Is all.
Ótima execução da Kabum,
So,
conseguiu vetar essas jogadas. A gente vê que nesse primeiro momento
I thought Red would be able to pull it off. They came pretty close,
que nesse momento a equipe da Kabum
but straightforward front to back is just easier at the end of the day. And then Yunara is a champion. It's a thing. Probably shouldn't be a thing. Very disgusting.
Por conta da iniciação dos Ints aqui. Os Ints e o Mago conseguiram chegar muito bem, depois acabam gastar alguns recursos de uma forma um pouco precipitada. A gente teve a ultimate passando ali do Luiz, justamente para ver se conseguia pegar o Mago no meio do caminho, mas a gente vê que a Red conseguiu segurar um pouco, mas eu acho que o grande ponto pra mim aqui é que o Kojima ele não apareceu, cara. A gente comentou muito dessa Yunara, sobre tomar esse counter, sobre não ser favorável. Eu acho que ele não apareceu muito bem tomando esses engages com tanta frequência.
Essa que é a última luta, acontece algo muito interessante, porque o Hirit isola totalmente os Ints. Ele não consegue
I think target selection was kind of wrong too from Mago there. I don't know if it's because they were clustered so close he couldn't pick Dudu as a target, but I do think he needed to focus Dudu more than Grafthar. Like as an Orianna, you get a good shockwave and your job is high key done. Well, but that gives us a 3-game series, and that's kind of what I want for full fearless. I want to see, you know, what the teams actually end up drafting half the time. And not just, you know, the same 10 champions over and over and over again.
Do meu lado vermelho eu não consigo?
É, parece
Vamos
que é isso
descobrir,
mesmo.
vamos descobrir. A gente vai para um rápido intervalo e daqui a pouco a gente volta para a conclusão dessa série.
Yeah, I think this is like a huge failure on Red's part in a way. Like even if they win the series, like this is not where they need it to be or should have been. They're doing Kojima dirty. AD carry fights actually look really funny when they do it in this this sort of league spectate mode. League director. Oh yo. They look like Jax, the minions. I didn't realize that. Yeah. I expected this one to be a 2-0, and I thought Corinthians versus A7 might go 3 games. We might get 6 games today, and I'm down for it. I got a little bit tired, but that's fine. It's worth. The games are fun enough to make it worth. I'm okay with this.
Muito mais do que a bolsa do Brasil. Com você, forjando talentos e investidores.
Yeah, going to game 3. I don't know if Red still want blue or red. Like, I do think blue is probably more valuable at this point. But they also probably do need to kind of correctly identify what is OP and what is not. Because, yeah. Not respecting the Yunara feels super bad. You didn't realize myself. Red is better game 3 and 4. So yeah, I didn't realize myself. Like I'm not on the Rift anymore, there, so I didn't realize that the new clothes they gave out, the new uniform, you know. Oh, speaking of uniform, I might have finally got my hands on paint jerseys. Dia's back from Brazil, and he managed to get me a paint jersey. Shout out Igor, man, from Rye Brazil. Igor apparently he asked and Igor provided a paint jersey for him to bring back for me. So, hype. Five-minute break between games. Okay. Oh yeah. Wait, no, I closed the LT Fantasy thing. Oh wait, let me open it back up here. I want to check the market. Market's probably closed, right? Yeah. Tomorrow. Damn. I better cost an X pain loss? Why? Why would I want to do that? On a cost an X pain win. They beat Red. They can beat anybody. High key. Wait, if I'm casting the Pain game, is it this week? Actually, what matches are this week for LTA? So, oops, no, it's 2026, 25, the 3. What's going on this weekend? It's just the lower bracket. Just the lower bracket, right? Shoot, okay. Because I think next week I might not be available the whole weekend. So, yeah, I might not be able to cast the next Pain match, which is unfortunate. Because there's actually low-key a bit I want to run with the Pain jersey. Also, I haven't met up with Dia since he got back either. I was supposed to meet up with him last week, but things happened and we couldn't quite make it work. So, yeah, Pain plays in 2 weeks. Yeah, so they're not playing this weekend. They're playing next week. So, sorry. Okay, so this weekend, I'm available to cast and do stuff. But the weekend after, which is the weekend that Pain's playing, I might not be available. Right now, it's looking like I have work that weekend. Which, yeah. So, I might only get to cast Pain in, like, the grand finals, where they win, you know? Surely they're not going to lose. In the grand finals. They would never do that. But I actually do find it kind of weird, this split. This split's kind of fun in that we don't really know who and how everything is right now. Like, Furia looks like they're kind of bombing out. Frankly, their performance against Cade was bad. Like, Cade stepped up huge. Props to CL. He obviously did his prep and answered very well into Furia. Furia also crapped the bed pretty hard. Like, their game 3 was just, frankly, they gave up. And then, despite Pain winning, I actually think Pain looked pretty bad right now and very beatable. This looks one of the most beatable they've been since the Lao Dynasty. So, Romer just can't seem to get his act together against Kaze whatsoever, and it's a bleeding, open, gaping wound. I think Weiser's not playing side lanes very well either. 2K, to be fair, I don't think Weiser's been playing side lanes well at all for the last 2 years, but in the mid to late game. But it feels more exposed right now for some odd reason. Like, is side lane important? Control that important? Not. It's probably the least important it's been in a while because everything's about team fights. But yeah, it just feels like it's Wiser for some odd reasons getting exposed on side lanes. So it feels a lot like it's Titan and Curry to the rescue, but it's hard when your team's not performing well. So Pain looked very beatable. Despite their loss, Red still looks like a really strong team. I just think they need a bit more discipline. We're seeing the shades of old Red pop up in the team a little bit. Like, Kazi is getting a little bit too high fee at times. FMB is getting too high fee at times. Doom's getting a little bit too high fee at times. Rebello, surprisingly, looks quite level-headed to me compared to the rest of the team, which is a bit of a surprise. So, yeah, I think any of the top 4 teams could take it. Cade is making a resurgence. I don't think Cade will win this split. Despite their really good performance against Furia, I don't think that would have worked against Pain or Red, even. So, I could be wrong. I'm willing to be proven wrong. You know, I do have a lot of respect for Cade. So, yeah, I'll call it a top 4 right now, which is like half the teams in the league are competitive. Which also is going to make the regional championship fun. Because watching the way C9 played and TL played, they look so beatable. Holy crap. Like, I think FlyQuest is still favored, generally speaking, but
Já estamos de
yeah.
volta para esse terceiro e último jogo aqui da série. Para de dar risada.
Eu tô feliz que é terceiro jogo, é.
Chegamos agora pro
Okay, we're back
terceiro e
in. Are they
último
going to hop
jogo
drop bust
dessa
into
primeira
drafts?
série do nosso primeiro dia de playoffs aqui do Circuito Desafiante. Pique Banaté,
Yes, they are, but we still see the draft, and that's the important part.
que a Red fez a escolha de voltar
As
pro
long as they show us
Red
the draft, I can live with the hot
Todos
drops.
esses campeões que estão aí
Ave
já
Maria.
You
foram
believe in the power of friendship, Lunar? So which team is friendship team? Furia?
E a Kabum fez o first pick no
Yo, the Scion. Is this Hirits or is this Greptars? It's probably Hirits, looking at this. Oh, so again with the freaking random bans. And this is so weird that teams are prioritizing red side in this series. Why? Why is red prioritizing red? I don't really get it. Looks use the power of friendship. Nah. I'm all out of faith. Yo, is it a Felios Jinx? Come on, give it to us. Okay. I actually like the drop from Kaboom right now. I am less high on this red drop right now. It's a bit more split. Oh, do not misfortune with this drop, please. Okay. I'm not crazy about Kalista, but I can see it. I'd have preferred the Caitlyn. I feel like Kalista into Ryze is a little bit risky. Okay, well, Kojima's feeling himself, and I don't know if he should be doing that in public. Well, we shall see.
Quando a Kabum começou a mostrar aquele Aphelios, eu fiquei bem preocupada, porque eles basicamente não iam ter dano nenhum por 25, 28 minutos.
There's not enough space. I need to expand this further. It's because the ban thing stretches this a bit further. Like, I have to stretch it to accommodate for that. Okay. Yeah, I like the Kaboom draft this game a lot. I think it's a really solid draft. You've got good scaling between Vi and Lucian. You've got some good early game as well. It's the only concern I have is it's short ranged, but overall I think scaling's good, laning's good. Kalista got buffs. Oh, did she? Actually, didn't even notice that. Let me check. What buffs did she get? That pour off the screen. 80 growth increase, E damage, AP scaling. So basically this. Because AP ratios kind of don't matter. They're fake on Kalista. Like, she gets Rage Blade and that's about it. 125. It's non-linear, so I don't really know what that means, unfortunately. I don't know. Even with the buffs, I wasn't crazy about Kalista even when she was meta, so... Her range is the issue for me a lot of times with Kalista, and how easy... If there's any sort of point-and-click CC, you're in trouble. And that's why I'm like worried that you're playing in Ryze range. If you get shut down, then if you get locked down, you're just in trouble. 60 magic damage for 1 AP built on her E. Sure, but again, it's just how much AP is she building? Is it really relevant? It could be. Like, I mean, again, she builds like Rage Blade, so... Yeah, the red comp, on the other hand, I am a lot less sold on. To be fair... No, actually, no, there's no to be fair. You saw the Scion. I don't know why we're picking Yorick into Scion. I don't like the Yorick pick into this. And then we are blinding the Nocturne into who the hell knows what else is coming in. And that's probably why we see the Ryze come through, because Ryze doesn't care about Nocturne. Like, you're approaching me, sure, I'll eat your ult and still win the trade anyways. This part, I'm okay with. This is a good team fighting. It's just this part is not good team fighting, and now your comp is really split from Red. So, Red's comp, like, it's a weird pivot, 2.5. I think Kaboom's comp is much better. I like it a lot better. It's 4. It's also very easy to execute, which is going to be nice. Unfortunately, Ray, we don't get to see Greftar mid. Scion mid, for Greftar, I mean. It's going to be Hirits, Scion top. Unfortunately. Yeah, it's hard to execute composition from Red. Can they do it? Yes. But one bad thing about this comp... Okay, so last game, I thought the Red comp had more options. It still got ways to play even when you're behind. For this comp from Red, if you fall too far behind, I don't think it's playable. Because you're a half-baked teamfight composition. If the other team fights better than you and can stop your split push, then you're in trouble. So, I'd say kind of depends on the top side matchup. The moment Zinz can no longer push onto Hirit is when things get really bad for Red. Because I'm assuming if that happens, that the rest of your team is also probably behind. If you're behind like 1,000, 2,000 gold total, you're probably shafted. Yeah. Red, I don't know, man. They're being put to the test, and this game 3 drafting does not look great when they're being put to the test. That's it. Kaboom has a reputation of choking randomly, so
a gente pela hashtag Circuitão. Conta pra gente qual composição vocês gostaram mais, pra quem vocês estão torcendo e estão ansiosos pro próximo confronto de hoje, porque na sequência desse jogo vem aí Corinthians contra Alpha 7, que também, como a gente já falou, venceu, segue na chave de cima, perdeu, cai pra chave inferior, joga MD5 valendo a vida.
He does not have a reputation for choking, except in grand finals. And that was against Loud specifically. Who else is Pain choke against besides Loud? They've lost once to Furia. Like literally that loss in the grand finals against Furia was the second time ever they've lost to Furia since franchising in a best of series. Wait, is that true? Actually, I'm not sure. I can't remember how far back I searched. I can't remember if it's like historically or whether it was like this year.
Esquece, tinha ali sequência de vitórias absurda da Red, caiu por terra porque a Kabum chegou no segundo jogo, fez o que precisava quando tava ali naquela situação contra a parede, voltou pro game e agora a gente vai conferir, pessoal, porque daqui não passa. Terceiro jogo da série, agora a gente vai decidir quem vai continuar na parte superior, se o time da Kabum vai conseguir essa virada histórica, sinistra, pra deixá-los daquele jeito nos playoffs, ou se o time
Okay, on to Rift we go. Do we get any level 1 shenanigans? Kinda looks like we do. Both sides too. Dude, Yusin just ate a whole bunch of damage for nothing. I think Yusin should just recall, man. Garrett lost out the trade top side though, so kinda equal. 2022 they lost to Red, sure. But was that a choke though, Lunar? That they lost to Red? Actually, no, 2022... Oh yeah, they did lose to Red. And 2021 they lost to Renzga. Who probably should have won that split, to be honest. Renzga choked against Red in the grand finals in 2021. That was actually kind of wild, that particular loss.
Pode ser que isso seja grande problema porque o Nero não vai ter as melhores condições para efetuar esses abates, mas acima de tudo o Lucian vai ter muita liberdade para jogar de uma maneira muito agressiva e isso brecar tanto o Mago quanto o Nero de conseguirem jogar um jogo muito mais forte.
A jungle dessa vez vai ser sem privacidade ali por parte do menino Wiz. Todo mundo do time da Red já tem noção que ele começou ali no seu bônus azul, então ele já tem uma tendência, né? Eles já sabem para onde vai correr o caçador sul-coreano.
Okay, I hope this game's early game is not as boring. To be fair, I think this series they've done. They have been trading and has been action. I'm just a little bit concerned with this top. This top side's probably a wash. The mid lane's likely a wash because both Victor and Ryze need to scale. Bot lane though should be spicy. It's Kalista and Lucian. They're all sort of lane dominated carries. So sure, Lunar, but which team hasn't lost every year? There's literally the only team is Loud. Everybody else has lost plenty of series too, right? Like for every loss you name for Pain, you could probably name one for a different team. The fact that most of those losses you're listing are grand finals, I think, just shows you how good Pain is rather than how bad they are. I think on average, they probably have the highest placements of any org in the history of Brazil. Just be Loud. Well, look at Loud now. Actually, this split's I'm kind of hopeful for Loud, but look at Loud last split. They looked washed AF. I think 4 or 5 put it bastard. Look like they sold their souls and they're paying the price for the 4-peat.
Principalmente pro time da Red, que depende muito desses dois jogadores, depende muito de ter essa vantagem.
Yeah, seeing some heavy trades going on the bot side. Rare to see a Lucian Nami lose a level 2 trade.
O time da Red às vezes não pega First Blood, foca pouquinho mais na questão de objetivos. Esse primeiro iniciozinho do jogo não é necessariamente o momento deles. E a gente queria perguntar pra vocês o que vocês acham. Acham que eles vão ter que fazer uma postura diferente por aqui?
Yeah, it feels like the Kalista and Nico are having problems catching up on these trades. Because Lucian wins out the initial trade, and then they have to extend the fight for Kalista to win the trade. But the movement speed from Lucian and Nami, the speed boost from Nami is enough to mess them up.
E isso pode ser essencial para que eles consigam essa vitória. Só para trazer a informação que eu tinha levado no Pickban, teve Kalista na LTA Sul sim no domingo e foi exatamente na mão da Red Canids. Jogo 3, não conseguiu vitórias.
Será que é o intercâmbio? Estão trocando informações
Oh.
aí, pessoal brincando, treinando junto.
Yuzin's getting some good poke down. But the Owen's still favoring Voodoo and Gigs. Gigs out of mana though, so. Wait, I've seen this song and dance before. Game 1, when Hero just suddenly bodied Zinz with the Gwen. Okay, Hero's out of mana. He's got a lot of biscuits. I don't know. This feels really risky for Zinz. Yeah, Zinz, just turn away. Don't troll this. Ah, Nero couldn't get the Fear Tether off. If he got into the bush, that would have been maybe a flash force potentially. Yeah, topside just wet noodle fight. Boo.
Tá sofrendo bastante, acho que por conta desse início da matchup, acaba sendo um pouco chato, mas quando ele pega esse spike do primeiro da Triforce, aí a coisa já começa a tomar uma configuração diferente. Até quando com a própria donzela, a coisa já toma uma cara, uma configuração um pouco diferente. Mas ainda assim, a gente tá vendo muito dessa pressão da rota inferior ali. Não alterou muito em termos de farm, mas é muito difícil você realmente lanear contra essa matchup de Lucian Nami nesse ponto. Mas olha o Zent buscando uma jogada na rota do meio aqui, virou minion.
Opa, Greve tá perigo, ele
Grabbed- Watching the minion just go charging at you. Your gravity field. Greftar's Victor is good.
Não caiu não, ele tava bem
Esse minion tá
ligeiro.
esquisito, né, mano?
Certainly what the champion said he was doing well, even in OT South, so.
Aqui a gente tá vendo agora os reswap voltando aqui, então a gente tá vendo como o pessoal da Red tá tentando evitar um pouco dessa matchup do Lucian Nami aqui, mesmo que seja um pouco mais difícil pros Inks farmar aqui nesse ponto, acaba sendo muito melhor justamente evitar tomar muito pouco e tomar muita pressão desse Lucian Nami, então a gente vê que é justamente essas movimentações, o pessoal da Kabum já
Did I watch AC? Yes, I did, Lunar. And I watched their random asides that they kept getting into. It's quite amusing.
Essa bot lane contra essa Kalista e Nico acaba sendo muito
They're a funny casting duo. I like them as a duo. I mean, they're both good casters, so it shouldn't be surprising. I'm kind of sad that Rev's a color, so I don't get to work with Rev very much, like directly on the cast. Because Rev's got great energy. At least I get to work with AC, so.
Eles gostam muito desse tipo de objetivo, não gostam de deixar o adversário fazer também, mas agora eles já vão gravitando em direção a esse dragão. O Nero é o primeiro jogador ali a causar esse dano.
Okay, Sin's getting the press on. This is a weird sort of lane swap that's coming through from Kaboom. Okay. Well, I guess, yeah, San can just use ult to reset the lane swap very quickly. But even if he kind of messes up, it's okay. 2 plates gone, though. This is a good start for Red. I mean, again, my concern is if Zin's fall behind. If Zin stays ahead, then it's fine for Red. Especially in the early game. The early gold influx can make up for it. Or how their comp is not necessarily the strongest team fighter.
Exatamente, então a gente tem que ficar de olho como vai sair todo esse andamento do começo do jogo, mas a gente viu como os Ints, apesar de não ter garantido esse primeiro dragão na equipe da Red, os Ints estavam bem conscientes de garantir um pouquinho dessas barricadas, então esse é o grande ponto. Se esse Yorick ganha esse espaço necessário para conseguir bater nessa torre, ele vai crescer muito durante a partida, e é um ponto que o pessoal da Kabum também tem que ficar de olho nessas trocas aí. Até
This mid lane is truly the farm fest that I feared it would be. There's nothing happening in the mid lane. I'm just wave clearing.
Sempre vão ser essas trocas pequenas, então é sempre bom a gente ficar de olho na dinâmica da rota lateral para ver como as equipes vão se comportar. De um lado, a Kabum tem também esse potencial de iniciação, com essa vai, com esse...
The junglers haven't really gotten
muitas maneiras de locar um alvo.
terribly active. They just hit like level 6 though, so I'm hoping we start to see the junglers kind of get in a bit more. Especially in this Kalista Lucian lane. There's been a lot of trading in that lane, but nothing too crazy. And without the introduction of junglers, I think they're both good enough that they can handle this. Yeah, it is a bit of CBLCK, Lunar, unfortunately. Or CD LCK, I guess. But that was my fear, kind of looking at this. I was hoping bot lane would be the exception and like try and make things happen, but that very much did not happen.
O time da Kabum já na rota do meio e agora eles vão aproveitando dessas trocas da troca para garantir espaço e levar as vacilarvas do game. As duas primeiras já foram embora, eles largaram a terceira por lá, mas já conquistaram o que eles queriam. Já vão ter esse apoio um pouquinho mais forte, tem também mais um passo na direção.
Okay, 2 for it, they just back out. They're giving this one over.
Então o time da Red vai garantir esse primeiro.
I feel like they're just grabbing it for the stacks or for the feats stack. Feat objective stack.
Como é que a gente fala lane assignment em português? A gente sempre falou em inglês, né? Impressionante.
Where is Ray? This thing. Ray got bored and left.
Trabalho das rotas, né?
Trabalho das rotas.
He left at a good time, man. He knew the first 2 games were good and game 3 is just gonna be really boring.
Não é tradução ao pé da letra, mas eu acho que
Mas
funciona bem.
vamos emplacar isso aí, professor. Configuração das rotas, vai ser maneiro.
Eu gosto de configuração das rotas, mas eu acho que assignment sai melhor, porque eu acho que é um termo que todo mundo usa, né?
Ah, mas é que
Mas
você é um
essa
cara
era-
mais culto, né,
Essa era
professor?
a primeira
And I
vez
guess
que
this is why there's always that question of like, were lane swaps good or bad? Because on one hand, lane swaps can get a bit formulaic and boring, but then if you just do 1v1s and 2v2, sometimes this happens, where it just gets really boring too. I think the tweak needs to happen from the jungle role more than anything else. Like, you need to incentivize junglers to gank rather than to farm. I know it feels really bad for lanes, but yeah. It's hard to balance it between pro and the sort of casual play. Okay, Nero.
Tá perigo, é achado, tem que flechar.
He actually gets out. Damn.
A muito custo. O time da Kabuto
I'm sad. Kaboom didn't flash over.
pode continuar daí.
They took away mid. True, yeah. The changing the timing of the mid lane crash made mid a lot more passive too, for sure. You had to nerf Grafter somehow, you know. Okay, use it. Let's go. That's huge. Oh, and the pull out as well. That's spot on. Let's go, Red. Let's go. Finally, first blood. Action after 10 minutes. It's pretty explosive too. The funny thing to me though is that this happened over nothing. Like, there was no reason why that fight should have happened where it did, but it felt like teams just got bored and went, okay, we want to fight one way or another. I mean, Kaboom coming in pretty hard, chasing after Nero, and then Red's turnaround was equally hard. Like, there's no objectives. There's really no reason for this to happen. They just saw the angle. There was a there was a scuttle. Wait, was there even a scuttle? There was a oh, there was. Okay, I just didn't see it because it did not matter. Wiz finished off the scuttle in the chaos. It would have been funny if Yuzen actually picked it up with the Pop Blossom. That'd been hilarious. Okay. We're scuttle gang. You know what? I'm here for it. It's better than the boredom we had before.
Esse combo chamado destino da Kalista aí pra poder jogar e impulsionar essa Nico aí tem essa versatilidade também que você comentou, Foguetão. Pode ser tanto como uma ferramenta de iniciação quanto de disengage. Então a gente viu que nesse caso foi meio que de disengage.
Okay, there's an actual reason to fight coming up. 30 seconds. Dragon comes up. I think the ult should mostly be up by then. Maybe not. Fate's call from Kojima, but I think everything else should be up.
Olha o Wiz aqui tentando buscar alguma coisa, mas difícil buscar essa iniciação, porque o dragão vai nascer daqui a pouquinho, um pouco menos de 15 segundos.
Eu acho que também tem um pouco do controle do early game, sabe? Quem consegue fazer a configuração
Yeah.
das rotas.
They're setting up for it. A lot of wards being dropped right now.
Controle dos objetivos, quem consegue pressionar melhor dentro da selva e encontrar esses ângulos é quem
Zin's
acaba
not quite out of
conseguindo a
range.
vitória. E isso pra mim é um jeito da Red jogar que ficou muito característico como eles gostam de trabalhar assim, como eles
Okay, I was like, is Red not going to contest this? There's no blast going for Mago to get in, so.
no jogo 2, mas agora vem mais jogada.
Olha, o Giggs pode ser pego, mas tem também
Oh.
a entrada no processo.
That's a very split call from Kaboom, literally.
Só que ele pelo menos conseguiu garantir esse
Oh, shoot. I think Graftar actually screwed his team.
ele utilizou sua ultimate, mas
Like, the
ele
call was very, very split, but Graftar going in deep like that means.
ele sumiu, são
Yikes.
dois abates nas mãos do Kojima e agora a perseguição continua.
Yeah, you're in enemy territory. I don't know what we're doing.
Os vão
I really don't know what we're
garantir
doing.
esse abate. Fica nas mãos do mid laner.
Did Geeks get out?
Teve dragão pro time da Kabuto,
Okay, Geeks got out.
mas olha o custo.
Pois
What
é, a gente tá
on
indo pro
earth?
4/0 nesse momento, então vai crescendo.
Wait, they're going to play a replay, and I'm just going to.
Nesse momento, fora essas barricadas aqui que o Zinx vai conquistar.
Yike normally plays in the LEC, but sometimes, Lunar, sometimes during the week, he channels his spirit over to Brazil. For reasons unknown.
E eu acho que
Just
a gente
why are we-
pode ter um exemplo do porquê que esse
Okay, Graftar uses their own warp.
Victor contra Ryze é muito impactante.
Yeah, that has to be a huge miscommunication. Like, the call was, let's get to realm warp, let's get over, and then Dudu just said no. Like, I understand Wiz not wanting to take it because Wiz wanted to secure the dragon. Fine, that's your jungler. Okay. But Dudu needed to go with Graftar. That was really bad. Holy crap.
E aí não tem muito o que ele fazer, né? Mas até agora a gente questionou e falou tanto sobre essa Kalista,
Does that cost them? That might actually cost them the game. Now with the 3K gold lead.
Como foi estranho, ele utilizou o ultimate, eu acho que o pessoal da Kabum não sabia se iria lutar, se iria contestar esse objetivo.
Wait, who did the gold go on to is my question. Wait for it to check. Most of it onto Kojima. Yeah. That's really bad. Not as bad as... True, but this series is not as bad as C9 Lunar, so... As a whole. And Zinz gets caught-ish. Can he get one more bump? Nope.
Tem esse escudão pra voltar e é mais um abate nas mãos. Mais um abate não, né? O primeiro abate nas mãos do time da
Oh my goodness. Yeah. Oh! Through the shield! The turret ramping is just more than people expect, I guess. That's really unfortunate. What's super funny is the bounty goes over to Geeks though. So like for red, that's actually a really good death coming through from Kojima. He gets the bounty reset without giving it to anybody important.
Mas foi uma ótima iniciação, ótimo combo aqui por parte da equipe da Red.
E por mais que esse abate no Kojima tenha sido neutralizado, é o neutralizado que ficou pra mão do Giggs, né? Então, com todos os recursos que a Red consegue captar, apesar desse abate em cima da Kalista, não é tão problemático assim. Acaba saindo barato pra eles essa kill do Kojima, porque ficou pro suporte, então não é tão impactante. É claro que a Nami tem um trabalho de auxiliar muito bem o seu time, mas não é também lá um suporte que vai virar muito dano, como por exemplo, se você abaixa pra mão dessa Nico, né? Então, no final das contas, o Zinz...
Okay, just kind of jungle gang. I mean, they blew a TP as well to try and make this happen. So it ends up being 2-for-1 still in favor of Kaboom.
E ainda é muito cedo pra esse Yori que tá fazendo tudo isso, então a Red sabendo ler de novo, muito bem os times, o ultimate do Nero vindo de maneira corretíssima também. Até agora, todas as ultimates desse Nocturne foram nos timings perfeitos.
Mas uma coisa que vale destacar também é como o Dudu tava desconexo da jogada, porque naquele momento a gente já viu que a equipe da Kabum tava buscando uma ação na parte inferior do mapa, e nesse momento você não busca mais ação. Acho que você justamente foca em só limpar a onda de minions. Ele tinha um expurgo disponível, e esses pequenos vacilos também, que são erros pequenos, acontece, todo mundo é humano.
Where did teams go from here?
Não caiu muito bem.
Again, like, it's not that shutdown's kind of fake. It didn't really change difference there. Zinz is still holding up fine in the 1v1 for now. Weirdly enough, here, Kaboom as a whole are in a bit of a rough spot right now. I feel like they need to get Hirit to the teamfights. They're not going to win without Hirit there. Kojima's just ripping through them like wet paper, wet tissues. Oh. Oh man, I think sure you kill Nero, but then yeah, Kojima's just running you down. Good tidal away from Giggs.
Não é o suficiente para garantir o abate, mas fica uma eliminação para cada lado.
Giggs low-key being MVP this series for Kaboom. Do the Nexus, not enough AP. Yeah, I should have built that Rage Blade first. And ironically though, the AP actually might have, like, would have made a difference maybe, I don't know. It was pretty low, but not less than 100 I don't think. Oof. Oh, Wiz got baited. Oh, sorry, Wiz baited Usant. Okay, Red's actually kind of inting right now. Red is very much inting right now. What is that flash from Zinz? You're not going anywhere, buddy. Like, you're dead. I don't know if Nero's ult was actually up during all that stupidity. Nope, it just came up. Yeah, that's what I figured. Because if he ulted, maybe he could have done something on the bot side, but yeah, he's too far away too. Yeah, Red just threw the entire lead. This is winnable for Kaboom. Very, very winnable. They just overchased under turret. And I really hate this flash that's coming up from Zinz too. Like, you didn't even dodge the Scion charge with that flash. It's just, yeah. There's a wall, use the wall. Okay, they still have a gold lead after that throw. But Kaboom have soul point, so...
Ah, aqui já foi.
Oh, and Mago gets caught.
Não tem muito pra onde o Mago possa ir, não.
We're going back to game 1, Mago.
Ele é executado, não tem pra onde ir. E só fica a questão, né? Abate das mãos.
Ah.
O time da Red vai tentando compensar.
Just had
pegar
the goal
esse
lead. Yo, C9 threw it away.
de consolação, que não é bem consolação, né? Beleza.
Leroy C9.
Eliminação no
Chuck.
baixo, tem torre também sendo rapidamente eliminada. O time da
Yeah,
Red
this is really bad for
Mais espaço no mapa,
Red, the way
equipe
this whole thing just broke down.
consegue ganhar, compensar um pouco esse arauto que foi pras mãos da equipe da Red.
E essa alma também pra Kabum
They need to chill for a
cedo,
bit,
né?
Red,
Eles
and just
ficam
not,
de
like,
alma, assim,
throw
então fica um
anymore.
pouco problemático.
The problem is their side
Eles
lane,
vão chegar no espaço
how they're
do
managing
Kabum,
side lanes.
então,
Zin's
se
split pushing,
tivesse
fine.
algum item, ele
Mago
vai
doesn't really get to
tentar
do that
lutar com isso,
without
pra
proper
botar
wards,
Red
and they didn't really
mais
have the
na
proper
conta
setup of
por
wards.
trás, né?
They also weren't
Porque
tracking where Kaboom was.
tá tudo bem, tem essa trindade,
If they want to do that,
é,
Nero has to be nearby, or at least close enough they can cover with Paranoia. He's got level 2 ult, but yeah, obviously just was not in the area when Mago got picked like that. And also, Kojima and Yuzen need to be chill with how they're engaging. They're not as strong as they were anymore. They still have a lead over Dudu, but same thing. It's all contingent on just making sure Nero can help you overload, like have that insurance on your plays.
E aí a Kabum pode acabar conseguindo colocar a Red nessa forma de que eles nunca criam nada.
Chemtech Soul, it's
Respondendo por bom tempo.
Chemtech Soul is actually good for
Tem
Kaboom.
passar aqui pra Red não é
Can Red
possível.
sneak this?
É, começa
I actually
a
don't think they
ficar difícil a
can.
situação do time da Red
Tudo
que
por
tava-
conta daquela jogada
É.
ali embaixo.
Exato, né? Uma jogada que eles deram mole, uma besteira, um detalhe, mas agora a gente tem apagar de luzes de novo nas mãos do Nero, ele para no
Ó, o
meio de
Zayt
4
chegando.
jogadores, o Zayt vai chegar por ali também.
Okay, use it.
2, 3 jogadores do
Where's the follow-up, brother?
Tá
Tudo
livre.
fica perigo, ele consegue sair vivo, mas é finalmente eliminado.
Holy
O
crap.
Kojima é cruel.
Yuzen's still dying because his team's not helping him?
Mais no meio da galera.
Damn, that fight is hella messy.
Estaca a lança pro outro, causa
I don't know why Kojima decided to walk back towards that bush with no
com
vision.
facilidade do Hirit, e o time da Red volta a conseguir os abates, volta a conseguir as eliminações, mas
Did they see it?
foram 2 abates
pinged it,
também
okay.
pro time da Kabum.
Nope,
que tratou
they were
de
pinging
matar o
Atakan.
Mago e o Nero.
Kojima?
Pois é, vai solar esse
Precisa
atacante nesse
disso?
momento, o Giggs pode chegar. Ele também tem aí seu
Okay.
movimento imperial, mas difícil.
Okay.
Tá chegando.
Tomar cuidado que ele sola o Atakan e o Giggs aqui.
Zin's didn't see him.
Mas é tranquilo pra equipe da Red aqui agora, por mais que não tenha
Zin's got popped and then immediately walked out. I don't think he actually saw Geeks there. That's hilarious.
evitando qualquer tipo de roubo.
Okay.
Também tem sentinela na Trimoa,
Woo!
então o pessoal
Red found the fight they needed when they needed it.
Caso queira vir, pode contestar nesse momento, mas ainda assim, uma ótima
They threw it on the ground, but they picked it right back up. So they're okay. They're fine.
Ele tá ali atrás do Dragon.
This fight's kind of weird too.
Através desse momento,
They went for the dive on Mago and kind of missed everything.
pode rolar. Então,
The turret's actually doing decent amount of damage here.
necessário para que o Zen chegasse e mesmo o Kojima também não estivesse.
Yeah, the supports this series have been nutty, man.
O tempo comprado aqui pela frontline, principalmente pelo Nero, foi o suficiente aqui pro Kojima completar na gasosa.
Pois é, de novo o Nero
Like both
fazendo,
Usant and
o Nero e o Zayt
Giggs.
fazendo um ótimo trabalho de
Super
defesa,
clutch from
que a
Usant.
gente elogiou muito no
That he
jogo.
doesn't die there is
O
also
Nero contra o
incredible.
Mago, né? Então, o Nero identificou
Absolutely
muito bem
incredible.
em cima do Mago, o Mago ganhou tempo com o seu campo gravítico, travou todo mundo ali com a lentidão, e aí o Nero só apaga a luz e permite que todo mundo chegue.
Damn, game 3 and it's
Posicionamento da
hype.
Melissa, porque eles não tinham visão.
This is a good game 3.
O passo do Kojima
It's not a
tava
stomp.
livre pra minar a vida de todo mundo que já tinha vindo aí.
The scaling is fairly comparable on both the teams as well. Again, just a difference in the top lane and how they're scaling, but bot sides both fall off a little bit. I know that they increased the scaling on Kalista. I still don't think she's great late game. Victor and Ryze both scale as well, but again, different directions. Ryze gets a lot tankier while retaining damage. Victor just does crap tons of teamfight damage.
Conseguindo se posicionar muito bem e a gente não dá pra negar, né, galera? A gente tem que ser sincero. Criticamos essa escolha de Kalista e ele tá mostrando que ela se paga assim.
Pois é, a gente tá vendo que ele tá conseguindo mandar muito bem, mas eu acho que o grande ponto aqui pra mim vai ser esse objetivo do Dragão, mas quem faz esse cerco na torre do meio aqui normalmente tá perdendo o jogo. A gente viu a Red também fazendo o jogo passado,
verdade.
eles se estrupiaram na situação aqui, a gente viu agora a equipe da Kabum se colocando numa situação delicada, mas agora o cerco é justamente em volta desse próximo objetivo que pode ser alma pra equipe da Kabum e a iniciação já
Oh.
rolou.
Eita, vai rolar
They're
briga
engaging on the Yorick.
consegue encaixar sua ultimate.
I think Wiz just trolled that.
Tem mais um
Pretty dang hard.
pra essa Kalista. É impressionante.
Oh!
o que vai fazendo por aqui.
Grifter gets out!
Já pega esse importantíssimo abate porque agora abre a
Wow. Okay, the CC actually didn't land on Ryze. That's pretty clutch.
E tá difícil pro Dudu conseguir jogar.
That should have gone a lot worse for Kaboom when Wiz pulled the freaking trigger on a Yorick. Like, even if you kill Rzint, so what? You're dead as well, and you're the jungler. You're trying to fight over Dragon. I don't know. choices are being
começa a
made.
crescer novamente essa vantagem de ouro, o Gravitar consegue responder muito bem essa torre aqui. Então, a gente tá vendo aqui um ótimo
Choices of some
avanço
sort are
chegando
indeed being
nesse
made.
ponto.
É importante essa ação do Grevitar para conseguir garantir alguma coisa, porque a briga não foi legal pro time da Kabum, após a briga também não foi muito bacana, porque eles não vão conseguir chegar nesse dragão, mas ainda tem muito jogo. No processo tinha esse arauto que já tinha sido feito há muito tempo pelo time da Red, e ele vai garantir espaço, vai garantir essa segunda torre da rota do meio, e se a gente estava falando que o time da Kabum estava tentando fazer um cerco, tentando levar a primeira torre da rota do meio, o time da Red já limpou completamente essa lane por aqui. E ó, limpou essa lane do meio, a lane na parte de baixo também já tá machucada, tem uma torre ali tier 2 com metade da vida, só a torre do topo que tá ali razoavelmente saudável, então o time da Red continua focando nesse objetivo de torres, enquanto o time da Kabum não consegue tanta abertura assim.
Okay.
Teve aquela que já foi embora nas mãos do Gravitar na
Drags
parte do
down.
mapa,
Baron in 15. I don't think they can do Baron, so it'll probably be Baron dancing for the next while.
E Andrezão, eles estão corretos em focar nessas torres, porque como eu falei um pouco mais cedo, eles têm campeões nas mãos que fazem...
Do we hit any item breakpoints? I mean, Seeker's Arm Guard for Greftar? I guess. I don't think that's going to be that important. Both teams are trying to see that at least the Brazilian team. Both teams are certainly making mistakes. And certainly mistakes which I think really, really hurt.
Quando a Kalista tá na luta em dragão, em barão, em qualquer um desses objetivos, pro Is tentar um 50-50 é impossível. Então, eles estão conseguindo dominar tudo isso novamente e estão trazendo esse jogo de volta.
Um ponto que vale destacar também sobre trazer esse jogo de volta é que a equipe da Red está conseguindo controlar esses objetivos muito bem em termos de visão. Eu acho que eles estão conseguindo dar time muito bem em quais são os adversários que eles precisam zonear um pouco mais. Por exemplo, o Mago tá jogando um pouco mais em cima do Gravitar.
It's just getting harder and harder for Zinz to split push too. So the effectiveness of the Yorick starting to fall off. The early lead got squandered a little bit. Okay. I mean, I like the initial calling star. What the hell is happening, Nero? Dude, Kojima's like chasing off on the side and you're trying to teamfight without your AD carry down a member? Man, both teams are actually throwing. Oh my goodness, Zinz flashing in to get the stun. To get the bonk. Okay. Rid is winning this by sheer virtue of throwing hands harder. These fights are so bad. Like that fight from... I don't know what the hell Red was thinking. Like this part's fine. This start is actually great, right? You've got Herod on his own. You're shredding him. His team can't back him up Paranoia. And then Nero just was like, hey, guys, I have to use the second part. I have to use the damage. I don't want to waste the damage. So he just goes diving in. And you can see Mago and Yuzin were not ready. And then now Yuzin has to use the ult almost reactively with 0 full up and has to flash away. Like, you're still waiting for friggin' Zinz to get here. Kojima's off, like, literally, this is 2 screens away. Because your screen's, like, about this wide. So you're 2 screens away. And now Nero and Yuzin have both wasted ults and had to, like, basically burn flash on Yuzin to get out. This is so... That this fight ends up turning in their favor is still pretty disgusting. Like, Zinz is rich, they don't have enough damage, and the rest of the team follows up. Zinz should have died. That the gravity fuel just barely caught Wiz at the back end. This is so disgusting. It's so bad. Adds game. Oh my goodness. It's game. Wow, Viva Brazil indeed. Entertainment region, you love it. I mean, it's fun to watch. It's really crazy, it's really weird, and you never know who's gonna win till it wins. And this is why I say anybody who gambles on Brazilian League of Legends is just crazy. Like, those people really enjoy, like, the idea that anything could happen. It is truly a gamble in the truest sense of the word. Just crazy game. I'm surprised the goal is actually not as, like, it's not more swingy. There's only really like one kind of a bit of a swing. I thought that'd be more, given how that happened. Like, I'm very surprised it's not a bigger gap or bigger swing back and forth. Both teams were making a lot of very questionable choices here. This game, who'd I MVP? Yuzin? Kind of. Kojima? Yuzin? Kojima Yuzin, I think. I forgot who I MVP game 1. Who did I say MVP was in game? Oh, Nero. Yeah.
essa Kalista não ia
Nero
fazer
crushed it.
absolutamente nada contra o Sion. Então, o fato desse
I mean,
jogo
Nero's
ter sido
Nocturne was not bad either. I guess what I really like about how Nero plays is he's actually using his ults and he's using the globals fairly
Sim, viu? Aparentemente foi. Mas eu acho que
frequently. Like he's not holding on to like Nick's game with the ults, you know?
Mas ainda assim foi aquela que o Zent e o Kojima fizeram muito bem. Eles buscaram aquela iniciação depois que foram pra cima do Nero.
So I like that about Nero.
quase definiu pro outro lado, né?
Então eles devolveram um pouco da
MVP for the entire series though would be a lot
Se
harder.
manteve atrelado ao plano de jogo. Diferente do segundo jogo, a gente via que eles não conseguiam, não estavam buscando.
Recency bias makes me really want to say
E já nessa partida aqui era um pouco
that it
diferente.
was
Quebrou um
Kojima.
pouco desse controle, eu acho
Yeah, I wouldn't give it to Mago. Mago gets caught a lot on side lanes.
Eu acho uma loucura. Eu
Probably wouldn't give it to Zinz
nesses cenários de círculo,
either, just because his impact is lower on the game because he's on split pushing champions. And the game isn't about split pushing.
Porque isso aqui que explodiu a vantagem da Red. Então,
Kojima did pretty well. I think Kojima or Nero.
é um cerco que você
Kojima
não
or
pode
Nero.
fazer, você faz só uma pressão, beleza, rotaciona,
Personally,
mas você querer bater na torre e ter um mid acaba sendo complicado demais. E essa luta também, que foi a luta
you want MVP the Miko? Yeah. I mean, I think this game, MVP Usant is fair. But this game, but I'm like thinking series wise. Because his Bard in game 1 was like, not great.
Demora muito tempo pra conseguir essa eliminação, porque a Kalista não mata tanque. Então, a gente vê todo esse tempo.
Yeah, but this game I agree. I think the supports,
Chega muito bem com
in game 2, game 3, supports were
e a
like
gente vê aqui da
huge.
a equipe da Red
Absolutely
garante,
giga huge.
Vão continuar nessa chave superior, vão pegar o vencedor de amanhã também, que tô animado de
Okay.
confrontos.
Personally, I think I'd go for Kojima for game 3, and then series I would go
É
Nero.
bem interessante que numa
Because
situação
as well as
dessa,
Usant did
teria-
play, I also think
não teria mais recursos pra lutar.
Kojima also did really, really well. So I'm okay with either Kojima or Usant for
Sendo bem
that.
sincero, acho que nem
Ele
estaria
nem
vivo.
estaria vivo, ele volta
It wasn't
vivo, ele
Breezy
bate,
levels of Bard?
vai pra frente,
Wait, what did Breezy do with Bard again?
Por isso, e também
Did he int
foi
recently?
o primeiro jogo que
I
foi
remember.
excepcional, que o Kojima será o nosso destaque da série.
You're good to, yeah, Kojima for the series?
É,
Okay, that's fair. Like I said, I think Kojima or Nero. I personally prefer it. I personally have given it to Nero, but it's pretty close, so I'm pretty happy. I'm okay with Kojima. This last game he was pretty clutch. Some of Yuzan's good plays were also because Kojima kind of yeeted him out and grabbed him and used the Bates call. If not, he probably would have died a lot more. Not that they were bad engages by Yuzan, like he was catching 3-4 man and he was stressing his AD carry to bail him out, which Kojima did, so. Okay. Well,
Foi só os dois lados, assim, pra essa
that's it. It is quick bio break time for me. I need to grab more tea. I will be back, and our next
Mas
series
o terceiro foi esse ponto que você
will
trouxe,
be
assim, acho que
A7 versus Corinthians, which I think is a closer matchup on paper, which is interesting and fun because this matchup I didn't think was going to be close, and we did get a 3-game series. So going by caster curse, it should mean that the next series is going to be a 2-0. But we'll see. I think Corinthians versus A7 has always been a good, interesting matchup because of a lot of the decision making from the teams has been, I think, what has gotten them a lot of their wins, less than their mechanics. So winners is coming. Well, we'll see, Lunar. We'll see. I know you're an A7 fan, but Corinthians have shown their stuff too. Okay. Be back in a bit.
I'd hate to fight me too.
Okay, I have returned.
Circuitão para mais uma série, a nossa
Next year is the Clash of
Tá
Ideals.
na hora de Corinthians contra Alpha 7, o nosso
Why
quarto
glass of water?
colocado da fase regular. Pessoal, Águlas,
Three.
Zita e o Colossus, uma ótima noite.
You know what, Lunar? Whatever floats your boat. Whether it be a river or a glass of water, I guess. Paper boat in a glass of water. This, yeah, this is interesting. Oops. Hello? Okay. Don't know what that notification was, and what was I looking at? Where is my... Did I close it? No, here we go. Oh, we're in... What the f... No shot. We don't even get to see the draft order, bro. Why is it always like this? Like, at least for best of threes, please don't do this. It's bad enough in a best of one. It's really bad in a best of three when you do this. Sheesh. Very sad and unhappy. Well, at least the draft is spicy. We've got ourselves a Aphelios Thresh after we saw a Thresh Chinks this last weekend. Basically, it's not big enough to hold the type. Well, a glass of water is more useful for most people, though, than a full river. So you're also less likely to get contaminated water in a glass of water. That's it. Okay, Corinthians, this is an old school draft. Sejuani Ori? Thresh Aphelios with Mbessa? It's a great composition. Really, really solid composition. I like it. You know, it's just a nice front-to-back team fight comp. I'll get a 3.5 raw score. I need to see what it's running into. A7... Okay, we've got Rumble with no setup. I hate it. This combo is the old school mid lane jungle combo. Is good. Yunara is good. Bard is... I don't know why we don't have a tank. I don't like this comp. This feels like a very split comp. And I don't know why we're doing damage overload into this. Like, you get hit by one shockwave, you're screwed. That said, this is lacking a little bit of damage. I mean, Mbessa could remember Hawk. Okay. I don't like this. I'll give this a 2.5. This feels like an old meta composition. Like, it's just a really... Or, it's a mixed meta composition. Like, the Rumble meta was gone and past. Talia Pantheon was like a couple patches ago. Bard and Yunara are newer, but not necessarily together. I don't know. Not a huge fan of the draft. That's it. It's still very playable. You got double globals, so you can play sort of side lanes. You can reinforce the Yunara. Yunara is your big win con. And if you don't get hit by a shockwave, it's, again, you just play... I guess the Rumble just lays out the red carpet for Aphelios, force him out of the fight, and then Yunara runs over. So I think that's the A7 game plan. It's just a lot more conditional. And a lot of things have to line up to make it work, right? A7 got away with her first picks. True, that is true. Well, three first picks, I'd say. And Rumble, I don't think is necessary. Like, if you first pick Rumble, I don't hate it, but I don't think it's the highest prio first pick right now. But it is very strong, so I'll give you that. Yeah, he got huge buffs. Well, okay, rather than huge buffs to red side, it's like he got his red side fixed. When before he was not working properly, so. But yes. Oh, I should specify this is game 1. On the habit of just putting the teams, not which game. Because best of ones were just 1. Yeah, it's playable for A7. I won't say I favor the comp necessarily, though. And I certainly think Corinthians have a much more straightforward composition. The Orianas, again, in Brazil, have just gotten really good recently for some reason. I don't know why. So assuming Ithusa plays that same level, I can definitely see the Oriana Aphelios just rolling over fights front to back. The jungles are kind of interesting too. I feel like we haven't seen too many Sejuanis recently. She used to be really good at some of these early ganks. And I think she's a very good answer into Pantheon as long as she's there when Pantheon is ganking. So if anything, I'd love to see Corinthians actually be able to track where Drake Hero is going. Unfortunately, I don't think they got any early wards in the enemy jungle, did they? I'm actually not sure because Mukio used his ward somewhere. I don't see it.
tiver ali o bardo do
There's no sweeper, so it doesn't get cleared.
Um pouquinho mais à frente, o escuro também. E stunzinho garantido e é aquela pegada, né? Brigar contra um bardo atrás dos minions é garantia de ficar atordoado.
É, vai tomar o splash do dano do bardo também, do auto-ataque, se não forem nele, né? Tem essa possibilidade além do atordoamento que...
Yeah, Drake Hero definitely knows where Mukio is, and I think he's just trying to avoid it for the early ganks.
O matchup de Orianna e Thalia é uma guerra de cabo de guerra mesmo, né? Que uma puxa, outra empurra e vai ser esse conteste de onda de minions.
Oof.
De olho,
I think I messed up that wave ball.
contestar esse flash aí, porque eu sinto que vale muito pra Orianna e pra Thalia preservar esse flash, porque...
I'm trying to decide if I should engage with that bait, Lunar.
É um cabo
Okay,
de
I'll bite.
pressão
Where's that even coming from?
que fala muito e auxilia
Whose
muito
birthday is it?
manter a pressão.
Aí vamos ver qual dos caçadores que vai
Or
fazer
why
essa
are you
peça
saying that?
sair no mid de forma antecipada, talvez. O Drake Hero vem com Pantheon, que é um campeão que normalmente quer esse nível 6 muito mais rápido, então às vezes demora pra fazer esse...
Oh, you just took a guess. That board, huh? The early game's at least seeing more trading. No, it's not my birthday.
E a gente fica observando aí pra ver se os caçadores vão agir logo cedo. Aqui em cima o Chiari...
Yeah, they say that technically they fixed stuff for Rumble, but I low-key feel like the persistent burn and the increased ticks on his ult is actually a buff.
E continua pressionando lá em cima.
Vai sofrendo bocado nessas trocas dos Zekas, né? Mas tá inclusive
I'll do you better, Lunar. Happy birthday. I'm within 183 days. You're 365. Actually, there is a world in which you're not within 365. Oh, that turret shot screwed that trade for Ithuza really hard. If you're born on February 29, you're not even within 365 days at this point. It's like over 700 plus.
Dois mid laners sem flash, né? Agora os dois têm que ficar um pouquinho mais ressabiados com qualquer tipo de movimentação, porque podem ser cobrados.
É, Colossus, se você tava se perguntando, né, quem vai perder o flash primeiro...
Chunkers have not been able to get involved. Yeah, that turret shot really messed up Ithuza. He'll still pick up most of the wave though. She should be fine. You actually have a birthday? Don't most people? Or is today actually your birthday? That'd be a very roundabout way to get people to figure out your birthday. Wish them happy birthday, and then when they're like, what's going on? Yeah. I feel like... Have you mentioned your birthday before? I feel like you might have at some point. My memory's terrible though. Yeah, this... I don't know if Zekas is messing up the lane or whether like genuinely the flame spitter changes actually make the laning that much stronger for Rumble. You've mentioned it? Yeah, okay. Then I apologize for not remembering it. To be fair, I used to actually not even remember my own birthday. I used to remember my own birthday because like all the forms I had to fill out as an adult. So. Wait, no, none of us thought you were born in 87. I'm pretty sure we said no way that's like for being born in 87. Because that would make you older than all. Like, you'd be in your 50s or late 40s if that's the case. Which, hey, if you were, that'd be really, really, really cool. But highly unlikely unless you have a kid who's involved in esports. I'm not 87. Oh, wait. I'm not 87, I'm not far off either. Oh, nice hook from Cavallo. Nice play from both Telas and Cavallo. Supports today are popping off. Let's go. Surely Ithuza dies here. Oh, the shockwave! I mean, yeah, Ithuza dies, but can he get a 1 for 2? I think they can. Oh. Yo, this... Yeah, okay. Oh, yeah. This ain't no game 3. It's game 1. Teams are feeling spicy. Let's go. There's some really good trades. The one lane where Corinthians are really losing out is the top lane right now. And Embezzle was sort of the counter to Rumble for a while. Like, early game you lose, but not this badly. You're usually down like maybe 1 wave tops, and then you go pick up your Eclipse and then you're fine. That was like a max range shockwave to catch both. Really nicely played. Like I said, I don't know what's going on in Brazil right now. It's just everybody's good at Orianna all of a sudden. Oh, this is a bad matchup for Felios.
No meio da rota e aí, ó, tomou equalizador e o combo todo porque o estava com a barra de
Okay, Solo.
completa.
Buddy, come on, man. Don't do this to me. You're better than this.
Foi ele na rataria do Chiari, 2 níveis de vantagem que ele tinha.
Like, he chose the wrong side to run to, and then he held his flash way too late. He had a flash early.
Com aquela movimentação do cavalo lá no bote, foi marotada na parte de cima pelo Chiari.
Really good for A7 though. And if they can get Chiari actually out of his lane as well into the team fights, it'd be good for them.
E lá em cima a gente tem que dizer que normalmente os top laners eles têm pouco mais dessa maldade no coração, né?
Like I said, I'm just kind of glad to see people try other answers into Yunara besides just Kai'Sa, because I don't think Kai'Sa is the answer.
Vamos que vamos, já meados dos 8 minutinhos, chegam as vastilarvas a qualquer instante e a presença do Corinthians aqui já é pra setar esse domínio do Rio, né? Tanto meu Kyo quanto
600 gold down is not the end of the world at this point in time. It's pretty it's pretty concentrated in just the top side too. So. This is risky though. We're fighting near the rumble. Oh. Nice dark passage. Oh my goodness, they're actually getting cooked by the equalizer. The equalizer is so bad. And now Skrull's gonna come in and wipe everybody. Oh, the horror, the humanity. And they're still chasing. And they get the slow. Oh, already got. Too far, too far. It's fine. They still get this easy. Yeah, the moment I saw like that they were fighting on the rumble side of the map, I was a little bit concerned, but that was beautiful. Tell us buying time and the Chiari just lining up a beautiful equalizer. They sat on that carpet for quite a bit. Wait, what the frick? Okay, that's fine. Is that fine? I don't know if this is fine. I don't know what we're doing right now. Okay, that Corinthians wins that fight, I guess. What? Chiari gets out the other side without having burn flash. That's fine. I'm sorry, I need to go back. I'm very confused over what the hell just happened here. Okay, so Drake Hero gets punished for sticking around. That makes sense. He dies. Zeka somehow overshoots, but it's fine. And then you go for RD gap. Oh, okay. I was very confused about this part. Mukio froze him mid-portal, and that iced him out. And that actually saves Telas, high key. Because, yeah. That means they got split, so Zeka's gonna just run them down. That was weird as hell. Okay. Whatever. It is what it is. Not the end of the world. The goal lead doesn't really change. I mean, A7 still gets a bit of the advantage with the 2 grubs to 1. So, A7 technically come out ahead, but no goal advantage. Oh, just a tip. Nice collapse. Okay, Telas Bard is good. Telas Bard is actually spot on. He's having so much more impact than... What's who played game 1? Was it Yusin? Yeah, I think it was Yusin who played game 1. Hello, Dark Knight. Welcome in. It's game 1 of the second series, so you might be able to catch most of this. It's a bit of a action-packed start so far. 10 kills in 11 minutes. A lot of baffling fights, but fun. We chillin'. Kaboom and Red Academy went 3 games, so we already had an interesting series to start the day today. How about you, Dark Knight? How's life hanging with you? Work all good? He's having to put down the Corinthians. Yeah. Cavallo's thresh has been on point. The supports today have been on point. Cavallo has been landing most of his hooks. Looks really good. His Dark Passage has been solid too. Telos' Bard though. His Tempered Fates have been money. So yeah, I would say right now Telos is outperforming Cavallo. But Cavallo's doing really well.
Perguntantes aí.
Não é? O marshmallow refrescante.
Refrescante, já não sei, mas tudo bem. 12 minutos no relógio. Daqui a pouco o próximo objetivo vai ser esse arauto do
All the
Mago
thumbs
nascendo.
ups.
Por azulzinho, pô.
The mobilities.
Minha cabeça é muito algodão doce, cara.
Legal também.
Oh, another hook.
Bela sentença.
And Skuro's cleanse is like being burnt off cooldown. Hot damn.
Esse purificar aí ficou... Ele ficou de segundo plano porque...
Oh, that you asked? Cavallo answered.
Obviamente. Afinal de contas, nem converteu abate.
É isso.
Então.
Deu nada isso daí. Não vai ter luta por enquanto. Relaxa aí, ó. 2 minutos e 13 pro próximo objetivo que vem aí, Arauto. Inclusive, o próximo objetivo...
Well, there's different levels of Thresh, right? We've seen support players just miss every single hook. Whereas Cavallo is just money for everything right now.
Mais uma vez o cavalo colocando essas suas...
And there's some Thresh players who are better at the Dark Passage side of things, and some who are better at the Distance side of things. No, you do two things there. Dark Passage. That's the other thing that decides whether or not you're a good Thresh.
A gente não tinha meio que falado ainda que, cara, a equipe da Alpha 7 joga de muito longe, né? Eles
I guess we know what sort of Thresh you are, Lunar.
muito longe. Porque cai o ultimate do Bardo e dá tempo pra chegar o Drake Hero, pra chegar o equalizador, pra chegar o
Just do one thing if you don't really use this, just like real life.
5 malucos aí no top agora é altíssimo.
Exato, foi o que aconteceu naquela luta.
I like to think that in this day and age, just doing one thing's not enough.
Nem deu tempo dos Zekas participar e isso fez com que eles
Oh, Aethusa gets caught. That was blind too. They didn't have a ward in there. Hey, yo, Drake Hero? Okay. CD trying to restore my faith in Pantheon. To be fair, I didn't have much faith in Pantheon, so. I wasn't blind? Was there a ward in there? That expired, I guess, as you dropped in? Like, I assume there was a ward, but... Hold on, let's double check that quickly. No, there's no ward. There's no ward. This is blind. That's crazy. Why would he do that blind? That's really cool. You can go Thunderlord and full lethality. Dude, Thunderlord, that's a callback and a half, man. Electrocute now, I guess, is the thing. It's a common back spot. I mean, it feels like a very high-risk play for an ult, if you don't know for sure they're there. And it also was what set up the first turret take, because Drake Hero going down means nothing up top, right? They've studied back locations. A7? Really? Nah, that's just instinct from Drake Hero. Instinct and a willingness to bet. Okay, Corinthians don't even want a team fight. I guess they recognize that they're down quite a bit of gold right now. Drake Hero has been doing a lot of work. Oh, Corinthians get 2 turrets though, so they do close the gold gap a little bit. I mean, A7 is still strong. Drake Hero also brains. Is he? CV LOL has made me think he's an instinct player. He's got good hands and instincts for sure, but... No, A7 didn't get the turret taking feat. It was the one feat that they didn't get. Yeah, they got warfare and they got the objectives. So they got it for killing things. Corinthians got it for deconstructing turrets. Oh, hey. Oh, that play back from Cavallo. It was nice. Does it matter? Not really. Yeah, Stella's just getting wrecked right now. A7 are playing this well. Oh, wow. That interaction is so disgusting. Chiari used the getaway car. Oof. I think that's the first hook I've seen Cavallo miss this game. Yeah, I mean, yeah. Like to be fair, like Celo's window to flash was very, very small, but yeah, he's better than this. So unfortunately, this game, Celo has become the problem. He wasn't originally the problem; it was Zekas, but Zekas has caught farm at the detriment of Celo.
Não chegando, não vai ser o tempo hábil pra garantir a briga pelo objetivo, mas não pra fight. Neukio entra sozinho e já é derretido.
Yukio didn't have ult. I don't know if he thought he had ult and tried to drift in, but he didn't have ult.
Ele acaba esfolando, mas o Celo não consegue bater. Não tem dano hábil o suficiente pra eliminar ninguém.
Holy crap, it's a slaughter. This is my CD. There we go. Here's the one-sided games that we see in CD, where teams just throw themselves at each other, and the winners survive. We are teleporting for the gap. We did not need to teleport, brother. You literally know the only surviving member is Celo. You did not need to teleport. That was so extra. Explains why it's in CD. Celo was always the problem. Is that when it's a BRTT? Damn, guys. I like the lowest AD carries. They were not... Okay, well, BRTT was a bit of a problem, to be fair, but... He's done so much. He deserves to be a problem once in a while. Yeah, I think this one's over for Corinthians. They smashed themselves into A7 when A7 was strong, and it's backfired, and now they're in too deep a hole. Their comp is simple to execute. It's very straightforward front to back. Theoretically, there's still a chance for them to come back. It's like Zekas. It relies a lot on Zekas basically causing enough chaos in the back line that Athuz and Celo get to play properly in a fight. But realistically, I don't think A7 lets them get that chance. I don't think A7 is going to mess up. A7's been playing really, really well. MVP for me so far has been Drake Hero. Chiari's a very close second. Tella, actually, is that fair? Yeah, I'd say that. I mean, Tellus has played very well, but I think this game got accelerated when Chiari got the beautiful equalizer and Chiari was crushing his lane. And Drake Hero's just been omnipresent on the map. He's been the one putting down the most pressure. So, Drake Hero for game 1 for me. Your TT just failed to fix what Celo broke. Celo didn't break squat, man. Oof. Cavallo's tilted, he's missing hooks. And now Corinthians are up a creek with no paddle. It's so bad for them. Oh, good dark passage. Oh no, Cavallo. Oh, good shockwave? Dude, Draker has no shell. Draker just will not stop. Just ran them down like dogs.
De novo consegue 3 abates e aí vai expandindo esse domínio e aí, ó.
Yeah, Corinthians, that was just a Hail Mary. They are not wanting to slow things down and take a chance from Chiari to try and carry this back in. They are just... GG go Knicks. We rush this. All or nothing gamble. But they got nothing. Oh my goodness, Chiari with the flank. Bro didn't even TP. Wow. Oh, gas, no breaks. Horse getting dragged down by his team. I don't know, man. The whole, I mean, it's a team. You go down together. There's no I in team. Yeah. I guess now we know. Ophelos Thresh is not a game 1 style pick. It is not even A tier. I want to defend Celo, but I can't this game. This game is not the one. Celo is usually good, but just this Ophelos game was not it. He has been an issue. The lack of mobility is certainly hurting Corinthians, and I think their positioning has not been great either. Chiari's been very good at punishing positioning and the lack of mobility from Aituza and Lilo. And unfortunately, Orianna can at least still run and still cast spells, but Aphelios cannot, so. Yeah. Rip.
Fica aí ao dispor do Drake Hero, que tá valendo quase 700 de gold extra no abate. 9/1/4 é o que tá com mais participação em kills, inclusive, da sua equipe.
Olha isso, olha o que tá acontecendo agora. O Chiari conseguiu puxar bot, o escuro tá no mid.
Yeah, I was just watching Corinthians recall there as a bunch, and I was just thinking, even if you did that, they death push at this point,
O time do Corinthians foi com 5 jogadores
I don't think it
no
works.
site.
So, are we just trying to base race, I guess?
Conseguiram bater nessa torre.
Chegada do time
Okay, this works well.
Ainda assim, brilho dourado temporariamente. Chiari coloca o pra jogo
Yeah,
neutralizado.
that was a good play.
Sucesso, mas olha a base.
And the answering push, but they're going to lose inhibitor turret for this. Nobody's backing. They are actually trying to base race this.
Sozinha, né, contra 5 jogadores lá na parte superior. Não é uma corrida.
It's a good call.
que está tão mal assim, não.
Oh, they flash a shockwave.
A torre tá prestes a ser derrubada. Agora é dano total pra cima do ele é quem paga a conta.
I really,
Não terminou
yeah.
ainda, vai cair
Okay,
no céu
and they
do
just running them down.
campeão, e lá vem.
That flash from Drake Hero, bro. He knew. He instantly flashed to create distance to dodge skill shots. Oh, wow.
Garante esse triple kill, isso aqui é um ace garantido.
Drake Hero is kind of sexy, not gonna lie.
Na base, simplesmente é
Welcome back, Ray.
Corinthians
Avenged
pro gol,
sevenfold.
7/6.
É, meu amigo, aí
Who's, yeah, A7 Avenged sevenfold. Yeah, damn.
melhor, e agora,
That name's a better name than Alpha 7 right now.
com o seu teleporte, a partida foi terminada.
And I love the decisiveness. Chiari immediately TPs to end. They're not messing around. They don't want to waste time. We just do this. Drake Hero better than the MP? Maybe. Maybe, man.
Na torre de Nexus já vem renascimento do Melchior e também do Cavalo, mas não tem o que fazer. Aos 23 minutos de combate, a gente tem um placar
If you're talking, like,
elástico.
Lunar, if you're being sarcastic about the sort of call to split push top side, I genuinely do actually think it's a good call. I don't know what else you can do in that situation. Like, you can't team fight, so what they're trying to do is just force A7 to make a tough choice into, like, do we respond to this push or do we keep this push going? And because you've got more bodies, theoretically you push faster. Also, if you can, because Skuro's the one split pushing here, you can actually potentially still win a team fight. As long as you survive the equalizer, you're fine. And that's exactly what we kind of see. Was the moment equalizer came down, you could see that Corinthians were a lot more confident about being able to push in. Because if Skuro's not there and there's no equalizer, realistically A7 actually don't have that much threat to sustain through a fight. Like, RD Gap was already dead. If Chiari flames bitter, she's gonna melt. So I do think the call is actually good. Like, unironically good. The problem, of course, is like they messed up the follow-up there. And they didn't disengage in time. They got hit in the process of being disengaged and therefore died. So yeah. Dark Knight, you should fire Cello, sell your Corinthian stock and profit a bit. I don't know, I still think Cello has been a big part of the Corinthians, or the former Stella success and now Corinthian success. Despite the fact that he was like struggling massively this game and being one shot a lot in the beginning of fights, he still did second highest damage on his team. Yeah, the damage numbers are actually pretty low compared to other games. It's 23 minutes. It was fast. A7 was very fast. I'm impressed. Hey, maybe it's like kind of like how the regular season went. Their first couple of games, they were on point. They are refreshed in this new phase. The Pantheon Open lose. True. Yep. Lunar did point that out, that A7 basically got 4 first picks on their draft. So, yeah. I like the Corinthians draft, but I mean, as we saw, there's a reason why they're not meta picks right now. I do think the Aphelios and Ori just being immobile really came back to bite them. And also, it felt like they had a lack of damage a little bit. Zekis did not have the impact this game he needed to have either. His laning phase was really rough. Like, Chiari was bodying him hard. So even though his final CS looks better, and Cello looks like the deficit, Cello sacked his CS to get Zekis back in the game. Aphelios trash is a game 4, game 5. Yeah, agreed. I think that's the part of the problem too. The few times I have seen it so far this year, it's been later in the draft when I guess it's not as punished by meta champions. Yeah, it looks like you just can't pick into the likes of, you know, this Yunara. I'd even argue like Kaisa and all that, probably really bad matchup. They probably won with it and didn't realize why it had worked. Like Aphelios Thresh, yeah. Actually, has anybody picked NCD Aphelios? Let's quickly double check. I feel like I've seen it. Well, I've definitely seen it, but I think that was an LTA. Oops. Yeah, so it's not been picked in CD. Yep. So I've been seeing LTA. That's where I've seen it. Yeah. Yeah, maybe it was a scrim thing. I don't know. Definitely really, really rough. The bright side for Corinthians in Game 2 is that there's still enough OP picks that they can still fix things in Game 2 and still pick OPs if they want to go blue side. But, yeah. I guess a reminder why Aphelios Thresh not meta and why it's a later on pick. And definitely not one that should have been picked this early on. Corinthians overcooked. On the bright side, oh, sorry. Corinthians red side though? I mean, Corinthians get side select, right? They can go blue or red. Corinthians picked red side. Red side is 100% win rate today. Yeah, that series is weird. I actually don't know. I feel like the reasons why I thought red side would be stronger. This death. Bro, what is this Aphelios death, man? It's hyper slow down. Yeah, the red Kaboom series was kind of weird because it wasn't even the counter pick on red side that actually made the difference. I don't think the sides mattered that much in that series. Or it mattered, but not in the way that it should have mattered, I guess. Yeah, kind of where it's at. Yeah. Dies of cringe. Ray, you don't like this ad? I actually kind of like the ad. How is Rithmon going, Lunar? Oh, the feathers dying. That was feathers dying of cringe. I don't know, man. I feel like Cello's dying of cringe than the way that game kind of went for him. Riftbound's going right. There's like tournaments happening online actually on Tabletop Simulator, which I have not played because I do not own Tabletop Simulator, nor am I ever gonna buy Tabletop Simulator. So, but yeah, no, it's fun. I've managed to play a couple of times with proxy decks in person, and that's been really fun. So, I did not realize how much I missed playing a physical trading card game, like having actual cards in hand and actually talking to people like in person. So yeah, Riftbound's going well. I think the game has a lot of potential as well. The game feels very balanced. People are still like finding all sorts of things out. There is, if you don't want to pay for Tabletop Simulator or download Tabletop Simulator like me, there is like a browser based version simulator as well called TCG Arena. And there's like a Riftbound mod that somebody made for it, which is working pretty well. I am probably going to be playing on that. Because, yeah, it's really fun. And because it's a new game too, and it's set 1. So, early sets are often more balanced, I feel like, because you don't have to worry about as many cards doing weird things. But the other good part is because the cards technically aren't even out yet in most of the world. Only China has it. It means like the game's not solved. So there's a lot, like I'm having fun exploring and trying out all sorts of different things with it. So yeah, Riftbound is a trading card game, Dark Knight. It is the League of Legends trading card game. Or it's based in the same world as League of Legends. So there's like champions and stuff like that. Here, let me open up Put Over Archive and show you some of the cards. So this is the website. This is not the right website, but it tracks stuff. So yeah, it's trading cards. And then you build a deck with a legend. And like this is like your deck commander. So it kind of dictates what you can build in your deck. So they've got like Kai'Sa, Volibear, Jinx, Darius, Ahri, Lee Sin, Yasuo, Leona, Toxic Teemo, Victor, Misfortune, Set, Annie, Master Yi, Lux, Garen. And then it's like you build your cards based on what colors they have. So like Kai'Sa is red, blue, or Fury, Mind. Volibear is red, orange, Fury, Body, and you build your deck. Commander. So from what I've been told, so I don't play TCGs a lot, so I actually don't know that much about TCGs. The only TCG I've played prior to this was Yu-Gi-Oh, but like early, like Gen 1, Gen 2 Yu-Gi-Oh, like way back in the day, where Like Blue Eyes was actually a good card, you know, or like Summon Skull was like OP at the time ish. Oh, actually, okay, that was first set, and then second set I guess was like Dark Ruler Hades and Jinzo and that kind of crap. I was still playing at that time, but yeah. So I only know Yu-Gi-Oh and old school Yu-Gi-Oh. It's not like that at all. Most of the people I play with seem to be coming from a Magic background, so it seems to be similar to Magic, but there are some differences that are throwing people off when it comes to like some of the mechanics and stuff. Chains. Blue Eyes is still okay. Lots of support. Oh, okay, that's good to know that it still exists and is still usable. I guess like Dark Magician, right? Like they probably put like a ton of stuff. Some of your family has been playing. I assume over in China, Lunar. They have a tournament already. They already had a tournament, I think, this weekend. This last weekend was the first tournament, so that's cool. Next time you go home, you can get Kai's deck. Hell yeah. I actually hate Kaisa. Because she's... there's a lot of people playing Kaisa right now, which is really annoying. It's overused right now, but she's a good deck, and that's why everybody's using her. She's very spell-based. She's blue mana. Yeah, blue is spell... Well, actually, is blue spell-based? Blue has spells as well. But Kaisa as a deck is all about spells. So, yeah. That's cool. Yeah, Ray, if you ever want to play webcams... Oh, not Ray, sorry. Lunar, if you ever want to play webcams when you get your deck, I'm down to play that. I'll be using proxies, though. English proxies, not the Chinese ones. Unfortunately. But it looks kind of cool. So there's been pictures of... Let me see if I can find pictures. Actually, do they have the alt cards here? I think they might. There. Oh, they don't show the alt cards. So there's like all rarities? Okay. Yeah. But there's like rare collector's cards as well, with different designs and whatnot. I'm trying to see if I can find pictures. Like I know there are pictures of them, but art reveals, I guess. Oh yeah, so for example, like this is wait, where's Yasuo? Bro. Overnumber Yasuo, there we go. For example, like this is Yasuo's alt card. So it's the exact same thing as this regular legend, which is this one, but it just has cooler art, basically, different art. Yeah. Do the online version? Oh yeah, TCG Arena. Yeah, I'm down for that. Yeah, we can do the online version too. Like I said, I just like having physical cards in hand, so I've been trying to, like, I've played webcam with people on the Riftbound Discord server, but I haven't played TCG Arena. I should play TCG Arena. The other problem is I don't have time. Between work, CD, and LTA South, I've not been able to play as much as I'd like, so yeah, I'm a little bit behind. The art's really cool too. They recycled some from like League, and they took some from Legends of Runeterra. Like this Misfortune card is like probably one of the arts that I like the most. Oh, but people were complaining because like Annie, for example, the art style, it looks so different. Like that's League. I don't know where these two came from, but they look like different girls almost. They don't look at the same champion, so that's fine. Even if you do it in webcam, Lunar, I would probably, even if I don't recognize the card, if you give me like I'd probably be able to look it up anyways, but yeah. But no, we can do the TCG Arena one too. That's perfectly fine. Oh, we actually get to see the draft. Glory be. The Legends of Runeterra, Annie looks like evil. Yeah. I think that's more lore accurate, that she's like super evil, but yeah. I mean, literally she's that meme girl who's the house on fire in the background. Jack's Jungle. Drake Hero did it before Tatu did it. If you're like way back in the day, when Drake Hero was in CBLOL Academy, before he went out to CBLOL, he used to play Jack Jungle. So this is a crazy comp from A7. They're still missing an AD carry. That's not going to be a Lulu. Screenshot this and kind of go from there. A7 out here dropping 3 top laners. Yeah, literally Aurora too. BR Jace, yeah, looking like it in the top lane. Rise mid lane. Both teams are trolling with their AD carry hovers, man. First we get the Lulu hover, now it's the Ari hover. Okay, what
Não cogitando
AD carry do you
Zari,
want
pode
here?
ser
You
uma
can't. You
solução.
need something mobile, like a
Então,
Zaya or Zeri or
é
Seja atirador.
verdade.
Que susto.
not what I would have gone with, but
Tava aqui divagando.
okay.
Esse aí teria ido longe demais.
Ai,
Área
que
DC.
Is
tá
Kai'Sa
bem
bad here? Let
demais.
me
Eu gostaria de
let me think a little bit here.
porque
Sorry.
mudamos de patch,
This is the
temos
most
vários
important thing is just to get a
lógicos
copy of what the hell got drafted.
E aqui que é o nosso grande palco desses picks.
This draft is so weird though. Picking this 3 first is like, what the hell? It is very, very, very odd.
Pelo menos um nautilão, pô. Pelo
A spot that Jin actually works. Yep, because they're kind of squishy as a whole. Both comps are criminal, difficult execution. Looking like it. Lethality Ari is not a thing. Kai'Sa's terrible.
Mas assim,
Too much lower low.
assim, você vai pegar
Jackson, Gwen, go for it. Press button. It's not that hard. Yeah,
ao invés de pegar Shinzal,
yeah. That was my concern with the Kai'Sa too. Like, it's dangerous. She doesn't have. I feel like there's not enough dive to go with the Kai'Sa here. It's really only Xin Zhao who wants to go in. I don't know. I'm like the AC. Let's start base 7. Like this is weird, but I can actually kind of see it working. It's a damage overload composition basically coming through for A7. It's not that bad. And I don't think they can really punish the Jax early. He'll skill up in the jungle. It's kind of safe. It's good. It's fine. Then this is perfectly okay as well. And you have enough range in a way to play this comp, I think. Corinthians, I'm okay with these 3. There's not a lot of synergy. But the problem is the last 2 picks have no synergy with anything either. It's just a really weird split comp from Corinthians. It feels like comfort picks almost. In terms of counter matchups, Chase into Gwen was an old counter, which I never thought really worked. Like, I always thought that you bully out early and you don't even win that hard. Gwen, sorry, not Gwen. Rise into Aurora is okay. Like, it's hard early, but then if you skill up, you're fine. But then the early is kind of hard, so I don't really like the matchup that much. And then the bot lane is just okay, but unplayable later.
Porque não erra o ultimate. Porque você consegue ir pra frente, você consegue puxar alvo, só que você não erra o teu
The only reason for Kai'Sa stats one of it. Oh, that's actually true. I forgot about that, Dark Knight. But you're right. Yeah, it is a solo special.
Todo mundo no caminho vai tomar.
Okay, this comp is kind of like, I'll give it a 3. It's playable, but it feels like you drafted this because you wanted it, not really because you looked at what you're playing into. It's not the best draft into this composition, but then this comp is even worse. So I give this a 1.5. I really don't like the Corinthians comp. I'm actually not even sure how this plays at all. Like, if they win, I suspect either Corinthians got lucky and somebody smashed the lane, or it becomes a pull comp with Kai'Sa Jace. Yeah, I think they just go late and go pull comp, and then you try and outrange. But even that's really tough because Jin can just force the engage with Curtain Call. Yeah. Yeah. I think both comps are weird, but Corinthians is actually bad. A7's draft, I think, is better. Like, A7's is which is weird, but playable. The Celo special is Senna. Has Celo even played Senna? Ever? Like, I know you're making the joke that he's doing nothing for 40 minutes, but I actually disagree with that. And I'm actually not sure if he played Senna ever.
Tem o Jace e a Kai'Sa. A Kai'Sa ali com...
He's played 2 games of Senna career long.
Ela consegue encher pouquinho a paciência.
Oh, he did play one lost. I don't remember this game at all. So he just played one lost split, which I do not remember whatsoever. It was against Corinthians, ironically. Let's go. And then he played one in CBLOL. So he's technically won both times on Senna. Against INTZ? Okay, well, that doesn't mean anything then.
Se ele não for atingir com o alcance do seu canhão de mercúrio, ele tem martelo pra tirar
I do think Celo has made a lot of plays early.
Que, apesar de ter o portal de reinos, nem sempre começa um jogo com bastante resistência, acaba sendo bastante papel.
E tá aí, a gente já está fazendo os últimos preparativos aí pro nosso segundo jogo dessa série. Lembrando que a Alpha 7 conseguiu vitória no primeiro jogo, uma vitória muito rápida, a mais rápida da etapa até aqui, menos de 24 minutos. E vem agora nesse lado azul, querendo a vitória, querendo fechar por 2-0 essa série e jogar o Corinthians pra chave inferior. Quem perder aqui ainda não está eliminado.
What about the X-Files teams?
Mas vamos lá, aqui temos imagens diretamente de Summoners Rift.
Yo, that's a deep cut, man. Do kids nowadays even know what X-Files is?
De volta, Summoners Rift boas-vindas ao jogo 2 entre Alpha 7 e Corinthians Esports. Depois de um jogo extremamente dominante da 7, o Timão tem que vestir um crop de reagir.
Com certeza eles precisam dessa reação. Vamos ver se vem nesse
Nope,
segundo
no.
jogo, se vem com os picks que eles trouxeram pra cá.
Yeah, actually, X-Files is probably like after Lunar's time. Or before Lunar's time.
Um pouco mais
The way around.
diferente do que a gente tá vendo, né? Esse Jace não tá dando tanto, as caras não têm uma prioridade tão grande.
I mean, to be
no
fair,
patch
I think
atual,
even
mas nesse matchup contra a
even for
Gwen,
me,
pode ser
X-Files
que
was
ele
not
consiga se criar.
like it was
Lembrando
on
que ele
TV,
escolheu
but
o matchup, né? A Gwen já
I think it
estava
ended like
selecionada,
when I was
ela
pretty
via
young, and then was just
a
mostly
Gwen,
reruns.
já sabia que o matchup era contra ela.
It's like the shout down. Yo, Orbital,
Pelo menos
how
aqui
you
o
doing, buddy?
faz um tempinho.
The ever busy Iron Man caster. The series,
Na verdade,
the first series was
de vez em quando é
interesting. It went full 3 games. This series has been a smash so far, but it's a best of 3, so there's only been 1 game. A7 just blew Corinthians out the water. Corinthians, honestly, to me, don't look like they want to play comeback games. Like, the moment they started losing, they just smashed their head into a wall even harder, so. And you never watch Aliens. Never watched it, but you know what it is? Yeah. A7 is defeating comps. I'm gonna laugh if Corinthians win this game.
Acho que o último jogo que a gente fez
I really don't like these drafts, though. And the Corinthians draft is...
foi no MSI. Ele tava com
The more I look at it, the less I like it.
a skin do Jace Gangplank, porque ele é muito parecido com o GP, pelo menos.
Yeah, I need to stop thinking about the draft and just watch the gameplay. Hopefully the series continues onwards. Oh, yeah, I hope this is another game 3. Or if it's not going to be a game 3, I hope it's a smash, so I get out of this. I gotta say, this is a co-stream, not a stream shoot. Stupid ban evading bot. Okay. I'll drop by and say hi. Yeah, peace out, buddy. I hope you have a good one too, man. If you're streaming off this, I'll raid into you after. RC hates it. I don't hate A7. Stop the slander, Lunar.
Ele deu passo pra trás, ele não deu o último auto-ataque que selaria o acordo ali, e aí o Zekas sofre. Mas tudo bem.
Like I said, I like most of the players on most of the teams. And like I said, I think A7 should win this game off the draft. And that's what we saw in game 1, so I don't see how I hate A7. Zekas.
É exatamente o que eu ia falar. Então eles
I don't know, man. That trade topside was odd.
Então eles têm que resetar.
Now they're both going to TP right back into lane and reset.
O Zekas ele foi pra esse all-in porque ele precisava já fazer esse primeiro B bem rápido por conta da lágrima da Deus. Então ele precisa destacar o mais rápido possível. Normalmente a gente vê essa primeira compra acontecendo antes dos 4 minutos de jogo. E aí o Chiari foi junto, né? E a gente tá revendo.
Okay, we got a repeat of what the hell happened up there.
Muito pouco. Eu achei que o Chiari, o que você fez? E aí,
Okay, to be fair, I actually don't think he would have got the last auto off.
ele tinha o W, que ele ainda poderia dar um daninho ali em volta dele.
And I don't think just the field alone would have killed,
Conseguiu,
so.
de fato, a eliminação. Vamos ver aí os próximos capítulos desse embate do top.
Vou dizer uma parada aqui. Ele tomou
Yeah, I think you just take it as a trip, flash for flash trade that you managed to force that out
não tentou consertar o
and leave
erro,
it as that.
porque se ele anda, ele toma o auto-ataque da Gwen e morre ele.
Ok, é isso mesmo.
Gwen had no Q, but the problem is that I don't think Jace would have been able to catch up and actually do the damage either. And he just swapped form, so he probably wouldn't have been able to switch to range form like soon enough to get the kill. And then you're just eating minion damage throughout. You also don't know where the junglers are, so no point like over chasing, right? Like the win, you miss it. The moment Chiari flashed, he got enough distance, so no point risking it. Oh, that's my thinking. I could be wrong. As a caster, my strength is more about understanding map state than it is about like micro trades. I'm actually not. My knowledge for micro trades is not ideal. So, yeah.
Calma aí, que aqui embaixo tem o engage, a briga vai acontecer, mas não deve sair nada, não tem nenhum caçador.
And by not ideal, I mean there's a lot of micro trades and stuff that I'm not like super confident about.
Não chegou no terceiro.
I use splash. I didn't do squat.
Ele não foi feito. Ele
não foi
aparece,
fe-
ele
sim,
nasceu,
sim,
mas
sim.
não foi feito.
Sim, sim. A gente sabia a alma, pelo menos.
Isso. Eu não tinha visto.
Eu também não lembro. Eu também não lembrava.
Actually, that statement makes me think, what would be the minions of the Pokemon world? Like Rattata?
A borboleta.
A brabule... a capivara.
Like the most freaking cannon foddery thing. Caterpie.
Mas ó, o time do Corinthians, a gente tava falando sobre... Eita,
Oh.
vamos daqui a pouco.
A gente tá falando é de
Oh!
pra cima,
Hey, yo!
É com o seu Entremundos que ele vai...
Okay, Artie Gap, I see you.
É first blood da
Team Rocket Grunts. Oh, true, actually, Luna, you're right. I'd be like a Team Rocket Grunt.
Troco de nada, né? Foi aplicado o gap aqui.
Yo, Artie Gap actually just gapped Aithusa. Nice.
Caraca, o Aituza de repente
In that position.
sumiu. Mas foi
I don't think Aithusa should have been looking for the fight in the first place.
aí do time da Alpha 7, muito bem jogado pelo Random Gap, ele que não gastou
Like,
muita
you'll
dinheiro,
skill up.
mas
Just
é
sit back and
muito-
skill, man.
Muito útil considerando
Stop trying to get
a
hypey.
eles vão ter de oportunidade agora, já que o Aituza precisou
Now you
gastar
accelerated the Aurora. The laning phase is going to get worse for you.
minutos aí sem ter
Not to
muita
mention, it helps Drake Hero out a lot to have a strong mid laner.
inclusive muito importante de exploração por parte do time da Alpha 7, especialmente por conta dos objetivos que já está no mapa.
If at
que é
first you
pegar
don't succeed, try and try again.
E vamos rever esse gank aí. A chegada do Aituza deu flash. E eu...
So, look, I get the idea that I've got my jungle nearby. I will just ruin prison and set up for the gank. My big problem is that when you're at half health, you can't do that anymore. Like, the burst damage from Aurora is too big. Even if you get that off, the most likely outcome is that you're going to trade 1 for 1. Because when you flash forward as a Rise, you have no other mobility to move out the way, so you just have to eat all the damage that comes through.
Já coloca então esse dano à distância, só que dessa vez o Ryze responde bem, né? Consegue se impor um pouco melhor na troca. O Telas estava marcando presença pela rota central, mas não conseguiu realmente.
Couldn't quite proc. Dragon's still not being done. It was being pinged out quite heavily by A7 earlier, but yeah, we haven't looked the bot lane at all, and I guess there's not enough pressure. Did they just lane swap?
O nível 6 já foi garantido pelo Jin, mas aqui embaixo o cavalo ainda falta essa XPzinha pra conseguir dar espaço à frente pra rapidez.
Tá chegando o Telas, o Chiari ultou.
Ok, ponto cruz.
Vai ficar por isso mesmo.
Deu aquela cortadinha na grama, né?
Aquela parada de boa por ali com o ultimate. Mas não acertou o último. Não acertou o último hit. Mas assim,
Very whiffing.
sinceramente, se eles compram essa briga, se bobear, ia ficar
Ah,
pequeno pra eles. Porque
good interrupt from Sela.
eu tava pertinho.
Fantastic interrupt from Sela.
Vou fazer um corte de cabelo na Kai'Sa aí.
Mullet na Kai'Sa,
It's really messing up the timing for A7.
Passou longe demais. Gastou um recurso, obviamente, né? Daqui a pouco tá de volta. Foi muito mais pra impedir um potencial dive aí do time do Corinthians, então tá valendo. Só que agora as vastilarvas estão vivas. E a movimentação...
Kiara's eyeing that siege minion, man.
Tem um TP chegando,
He
mas
wanted it so bad.
delas com o Arrel de livro de feitiços.
E o Rakan chegando na parte de cima também com o livro.
Isso, né? Nossos suportes estão muito leitores nesse momento, uma beleza.
Yeah, this is what that delay kind of nets them. It's a much later start.
Confrontado pelo Jace,
Oh, beautiful from Zekas. The read and pick from Zekas is clean.
E aqui a eliminação que vai
That's super clean.
da primeira vastilarva, o Corinthians reassume o domínio do Covil.
Boa chegada do Zekas pra fazer essa cobrança.
Okay, Corinthians kind of firing back a little bit.
O Corinthians consegue as vastilarvas.
I was a little bit concerned that after game 1 they might just like tilt and give up.
E é mais um AD Carry sofrendo os efeitos da rataria dos top laners aqui nessa série. No jogo 1 foi o Celo, que foi lá no topside e tomou IK, gastou os 2 feitiços. Dessa vez foi o Escuro, que foi colocado a dar as caras ali na Trimoita e acabou sendo alvejado. Sofreu muito controle de grupo, muito dano, foi abatido. E uma boa jogada agora do Corinthians, que consegue esse objetivo.
Tá lançado agora a chegada do meu Kyo, poderia isolar o Telas,
Yeah.
mas o Kiro faz essa frente. Escuro batendo com
We don't have to fight here.
potência aqui pela rota central, empurra
I don't feel
o
A7
dos
is
minions.
wanting
Agora
this
o foco
fight
é
right
o
now.
Kiro pra garantir esse aronguejo, garantir essa visão privilegiada, porque aqui pra cima ainda vai demorar pra ter um objetivo renascente, só que lá embaixo o dragão já tá ali criando teia de aranha.
Ele já vai se transformando nesse tempo aí. E, cara, eu ia falar uma parada. Drake Hero tá sumidaço com esse Jax, né?
É isso mesmo.
Não tá conseguindo imprimir ritmo de jogo, não tá conseguindo participar. Parece não, a única jogada que a Alpha 7 teve favorável, na real, como time, foi individual do Random Gap.
Ele tá muito power farm. É uma grande verdade que o Jax nesse começo, ele tem um pouco de dificuldade porque o primeiro spike dele é caro, né? Uma força da trindade. Então, quando ele tá jogando no top, é um pouco mais
Celo's doing well on
um
his
pouco mais cedo, então
special
ele
little
já
pick
tá
over there.
tentado um pouco mais cedo também. Na selva, se
Zekas
alguma
is doing
coisa
well
der
right now
errado,
in lane.
ele fica muito atrasado.
I mean, it's just a big question of how they
Ele tá
transition that into the
atrás de
fights.
3.300 de ouro.
A7 for
Ele já
now.
tem pelo menos
And
dois pedaços.
I think they need first item
Lado,
before
fulgor.
they can really
Tá
start to pop
faltando
off.
a
So
última parte, um
yeah,
pouquinho
first item will
de
be the
ouro,
interesting
daqui a
test.
pouco ele deve fechar esse
Does
primeiro item,
Jace
e aí ele
and
vai
Kai'Sa have a
chegando
big enough
nesse
lead,
ponto
or
do time da Alpha 7
is the
valendo
A7
a
comp
classificação.
spike better?
10 minutos com o relógio, a vantagem de gol de meados de
If A7's comp spike is better, then I think Corinthians are kind of screwed. If Corinthians' lead is enough, and it's not like a big lead either, like it's a fairly small lead, but if Corinthians can hold through that first spike, then maybe it's playable. Maybe there's a chance.
Como a gente falou, né, o dragão ainda não foi priorizado por ninguém, mas não quer dizer que a visão dele tem que ficar a Deus dará.
O Corinthians tá com um passo na frente, na real.
Because second item power
Parece que eles
spike's not
tão
bad for
fazendo uma
Corinthians.
movimentação justamente pra iniciar o objetivo,
Oh,
porém, a
nice.
Alpha 7 tá ligada. Tá todo mundo por ali também, diversos pings da movimentação. Jax tá chegando.
Yeah,
no
also
kill.
delaying the
Cavalo,
roll
Melchior e Celo
for
também vem
Mythusa,
pra
so he
briga.
can interrupt the base.
Contato agora Drake Hero juntando dois jogadores consigo, mas acaba
Ooh,
não
the stun
conseguindo
only lands on
achar
Cavallo.
Drake. Egra, o mestre das armas,
Yeah, Drake Hero ain't Tatu, unfortunately.
ofensivo.
Drake Hero did it first, but Tatu did it better.
Perdeu o flash, perdeu o
Too much faith in
ultimate.
Corinthians. Corinthians need a 5k lead and win with first Baron.
Espaço muito bom pro time do Corinthians fazer esse primeiro dragão.
Well, again, like I think the scaling for Corinthians, weirdly enough, actually gets better after a certain point when the poke from Zekas and Celo kind of come online. So I don't know if they necessarily need like to close out early. The 5k goal lead would be nice though for them. Without the 5k goal lead, I would imagine the mid game is going to be really rough.
E dá essa segurança a mais pra Aurora.
If Skuro could land a skill shot, hot damn.
Movimentação
Brother, there's so much CC there and Skuro just whiffed the deadly flourish. Okay.
fica nas mãos do Corinthians e eles começam a criar
That's
vantagem de gol.
super bad.
Vai sendo progressivamente expressiva.
Now tell us can't land his skill shots. Hot damn, you guys. Drag went over to Corinthians, picked up for free.
Vai mais ou menos pra lágrima da deusa. Então, é um Ryze que consegue fechar esse primeiro item relativamente cedo.
How far out are we from
Vai
first items?
começando a se fortificar, tem um tempinho
Aethusa completed his
pra
first,
cada um,
despite dying.
precisa do segundo item também.
He gets Road of Ages done.
Precisa desse arcanjo. Então vai demorar um tempinho até que esse spike realmente chega.
Okay, Celo's on too.
Ali
Yo
é
moves
por
to
casa
Skuro.
dos 20 minutos mais ou menos. E os primeiros itens vão saindo
But they
também,
need like
né,
7
pra
Barons.
jogadores. O Celo já
To win the
fechou o ataque
series,
agora e já
not
conseguiu
even.
comprar uma picareta também. O Drake Hero agora sim fecha a força da Trindade. E vamos ficar de olho pra ver se esse Jax ficou um pouco mais ativo agora.
E ele conseguiu sair na frente do Shinzal do Melchior, né? Os dois 0-0-0, mais ou menos com a mesma coisa de farm.
0-0-0.
Mais cedo, provavelmente o Shinzal vai resetar agora e vai equalizar essa brincadeira, né? Equalizar com o primeiro item dele.
É isso aí, porque normalmente o primeiro item do Shinzal é um pouco mais barato, né? O céu dividido acaba sendo um item que pode ser feito mais cedo. Então o Drake Hero consegue sair muito bem nesse primeiro spike, fazendo esse primeiro item junto do Melchior.
E aqui, só na porradaria sincera, Escuro batendo com sua granada.
This Jin's really not hitting.
Colocado um pouco mais à frente. Celo
And a few
poderia
throws from
começar,
A7.
o tiro não vai tomar, vai resetar, enquanto aqui
I don't know. We'll see how this goes. Again, right, we haven't seen like a big team fight yet, so. And the comps are weird enough that I don't trust my like I have my expectations, but I'm not like married to them.
É ponto cruz ativo, mas não tem conversão de abate.
O ponto cruz estava ativo para um potencial desengage. Aqui no mid agora tem a pancadaria com
Oh, interesting Magnet Storm.
Cavalo vem com a rapidez, vem puxando debaixo da torre.
That was a solid charm from Cavallo.
Eliminado com sucesso dela, aclamação aberta, vem o primeiro tiro.
Right now, Corinthians are just playing better.
Também no terceiro e o quarto, mas não elimina. Redenção salvando vidas.
Salvou legal, se não fosse
Like
essa
A7's
redenção aí,
roams
tinha sido
and
a vida do
specifically
Cavallo.
Drake Hero has had no
Claro que
impact
ele
this game so
teria
far.
ficado parado no lugar esperando
Like I
tomar
get
as
that
balas, mas
you
ainda
want
assim,
to skill up as a Jax, but I do think that with Counter-Strike being available so early on, like the first skill you pick up, I mean, you could have thrown some ganks here or there as Jax. You don't have to power farm till late, mid late.
Toda aquela movimentação do primeiro jogo, como a gente viu, né? Eram picks diferentes, é claro. E agora o Corinthians, será que vem pro dive em cima do Chiari?
Eu vou na torre, tá? Meu kill bateu bastante, agora só começa a virar o agro pra cima do Chiari. Coloca o vento relâmpago pra jogo, o Zeca já recuou bastante. Fica só por isso, mas ok, o perigo segue na moita.
Ainda tem essa possibilidade do Corinthians derrubar essa primeira torre. São dois campeões AD, então é fácil. E com reset de auto-ataque, né? Tanto o Shinzal quanto o Jace. Vai cair a primeira torre do jogo, sim, a favor do Corinthians,
que inaugura uma partida com muito mais ritmo, muito mais presente. Parece que eles acordaram depois da pancada que foi o último jogo.
É, e com 15 minutos.
Ray, you put a horse in there, but is it Cavallo or is it Cavallo? Telas is also Cavallo. This game. They are all Cavallo.
Primeira torre destruída pelo Corinthians lá na rota inferior. Enquanto isso, tem um arauto sendo feito aqui em cima pelo time da Alpha 7. Só que o Corinthians já tá... Ai, não deu tempo de
Okay, nice. A7 get it, but they don't get the Eye of the Herald. That is such a waste. I don't know what's going on with A7 in this game. It's like night and day from game 1. Like, what the hell? Game 1, they were so proactive. This game 2, they've been really passive.
Guardou caixão legal aí o time do Corinthians. Cavalo fez um escudo de corpo ali. A Alpha 7 não quis arriscar muito mais do que isso. E com isso, o Corinthians acaba ganhando bastante, porque tem 2 objetivos, então é um a mais à frente do time da Alpha 7. E uma outra vantagem é que eles já têm essa primeira torre e vão negar o arauto ser bem utilizado pelo time da Alpha 7 também.
E agora meados de 16 minutos no relógio.
We're not even really playing side lanes. We're just kind of trading pushes.
Vai ser esse Atacan que nasce em menos de 4 minutos.
Yukio also hasn't really been that active. He's 0-0. I just feel like Corinthians have been more active just because their lanes have been more active.
Acabou perdendo, foi o início do fim naquele jogo inicial, mas aqui, como a Legolas trouxe, né, acho que é depois de tanta tomada de decisão duvidosa, o Corinthians agora tá sendo um pouco mais consciente do Rift.
Bem mais, né? Bem mais ativo, bem mais preciso nas movimentações. O Zekas de novo na rataria. De novo ele.
De novo isolando o Guerrão Gap, tem teleporte duplo, vem entre mundos lançado, o Cavalo tá sozinho, encantando, traz no Cup.
Okay.
Tá chegando agora no TP, mas ele vai ser punido.
Okay. There's the proactive play we're looking for.
De guerrilha vai ser na próxima kill. Iniciado agora pra cima do
They're finally doing the things. And it's looking good. Kiari's holding up a 1v2 on the side. Winning a 1v2 on the side. Oh my goodness, Kiari gets out.
Não consegue converter o abate.
E eles estão correndo pro lado errado do mapa.
A sua base é do outro lado, Corinthians.
Good spread.
E o Telas tá chegando.
Telas coming around for round 2.
Vai virar massacre pra equipe da Alpha
He
7.
comes in like a wrecking ball.
Quase consegue o abate, mas aqui em cima Zekas e Telas se estranhando.
They're so deep in.
Mas aqui embaixo Random Gap escuro se batendo. Minha nossa.
No, Telas screwed up. That's one? Nope, he doesn't know. He doesn't know. And Cello missed the stationary target. What are we doing?
Pelo menos mais aqui, pelo menos mais
What is this? Oh my goodness. I started off so excited that, guys, we're seeing action. And then it devolved into a full-on clown fiesta. Like, bloody hell, man.
Os caras que estão mais motivados nesse jogo aí, 100%. A Gwen que ele levou, na real. A Gwen que tava na lateral. Deixa eu dar os créditos pros Minions, pô. Deixa a gente sonhar.
Man, that's crazy.
Aqui a gente tava falando sobre tomada de decisão até o momento, né? E o time do Corinthians perdeu bastante aqui. Eles tentaram uma rataria, acontece que eles não conseguiram e pegaram de novo o Cavalo.
Okay. What the frick? Wait, sorry, I think I zoned out for a second. Why was Cavallo?
Tomada de decisão até o momento, né? E o time do Corinthians perdeu bastante aqui.
Yeah, this is fine. This is fine.
Tentaram uma rataria, acontece que eles não conseguiram e pegaram de novo o Cavalo.
What hit him? Was it Deadly Flourish? Sorry, I'm struggling to...
Tentaram uma rataria, acontece que eles não conseguiram.
Oh, was it Deadly Flourish through the wall? Okay. Sorry, I was very confused why Cavallo just stopped moving for a second. Yeah. Sheesh. That color, that animation is hard to see, man. Completely not my boomer eyes and me going blind. It's a riot design problem. Yeah, A7's starting to turn on though. Not sure why it took them this long, but they're doing things. They're doing things. Yeah, and this is where the test comes in for Corinthians. What does your comp do? Because I still don't know what the comp does. Yeah, a lot of back and forth to go there.
Eu acho que de certa forma, eu até concordo contigo, Colossus. Apesar dessa pequena diferença em ouro, a gente vê que a diferença maior no lane, a lane tá no mid em favor da Aurora, então o Randall Gap tá 2-0-4, tá numa situação melhor. E outra grande diferença que talvez a gente veja ali é top e jungle, mas acabam se anulando, já que um tá pro lado e o outro tá pro outro. Então,
Okay, it's only a 1.3k gold lead for A7, despite the fact that, like, you know, it feels more. It's
fechar esse segundo item, eu vejo que tá muito mais equiparado ainda. E esse atacante aqui, ó, pode ser o cara que deve decidir aí a luta, quem sabe
Fechando Chiari. Estão fechando Chiari.
Tá com o fato lançado, vem agora a aclamação. Meu Deus do céu, olha, entrava no céu.
Oh.
Vai trazer essa eliminação garantida com muito sucesso.
They get the pick? Do they get back out?
A situação agora fica preocupante.
No, they will not.
Chega pra fazer a lei.
2 for 2 so far.
É double kill garantido, um piscar de
Zekas is
olhos.
dead. Okay, yeah, this
Direito ao
is...
poste chegando na cabeça dos jogadores do Corinthians.
O meu Kyo sobrou aqui pra trás, agora o escuro Randall Gap e o Hero querem ele.
Portal de rei no salto.
Oh my goodness, no shot Aithusa dies here, right?
Mas aqui o Aithusa pode ir, será
Snipe!
eliminado.
Oh! Max range curtain
A
call.
bala e a mais precisa lá de trás, o escuro guardou ela.
Yeah, Corinthians are just getting...
Especialmente pra pegar
Their
mais
comp
uma
is
parte.
already not doing them any favors, and then they're on top of that getting caught. The Jhin is doing a lot of work this game.
Agora, o Atacan vai ficar pra equipe da Alpha 7, a menos que o meu Kyo apronte.
Like, the Jhin is
muito
no
difícil,
joke.
viu? Ele tá sendo muito zoneado pelo time da Alpha 7, esse atacante tá caindo muito rápido.
As he said, only
Ele
time
fica
Jhin is
pra
good,
cima do
yeah.
cavalo aqui também, mas não vai dar tempo de contestar esse objetivo.
I don't put ranch on anything normally, Lunar, but I feel like ranch on pizza might not be that bad.
Vem colocando a exploradora do vazio pra jogo, mas olha o contato lançado.
Like, it's a white sauce pizza, no?
No meio de todo mundo, mas já cai na mão do escuro.
Tá virando um passeio da
Yeah,
Alpha
I
7, meu
think
amigo.
that
Que
fight
isso?
might be the
4
straw that
contra
breaks the
9,
camel's
tá?
back.
Bem pouquinho tempo
Like,
pra
that's
gastar,
sort of
bem
the
pouquinho
game
tempo
setting
pra
fight, I
Corinthians.
think.
Alpha 7 com as proezas, com o Atacan, com as torres, vai fazer mais uma jogada.
Yeah, and then... Okay, so this is the same problem I had with Corinthians in game 1. When you're losing, learn to play safely. Corinthians, for some weird reason, don't know the word safe, and so they keep doubling down when they shouldn't. Good dodge. Oh. Oh!
É mais
Poor shot.
uma
Boom.
bala e mais um abate para a equipe da Alpha 7 e foi na rataria, foi nessa marotagem
Yeah,
ali.
like, why... As Corinthians, why are we pushing out there?
Eu tive a impressão de que eles sabiam que a Alpha 7 estava por ali.
What are we looking for? Did we think they didn't recall properly?
Então,
Essa é a pergunta que nós estamos nos fazendo desde o jogo.
Like, do we think somebody got left behind? I just don't understand what we were looking for in that situation.
O time tá acabando de fazer o ataque.
Ai, 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 ai.
Ainda não houve luta. Então o time do Corinthians veio primeiro com o Melchior, depois veio o cavalo, eles ficaram ali rondando. Acabaram tomando a primeira eliminação com o bônus do atacante. Fica muito mais fácil pro time da Alpha 7 continuar nessa perseguição e continuar avançando. E foram mais eliminações saindo. A vantagem de ouro é
Man, Corinthians can't even go to their own turret right now. They're just getting chunked out.
E com uma mesma agilidade.
I'm trying to think, even if they group up, can they do anything?
A gente vê o piscar de olhos e são linhas completamente
Yeah, wave clear for Aithusa is kind of short ranged, so it's risky for him to try and do it. Celo and Jace have a poke. Well, Celo and Zekas have poke, but
vai chegar lá, cara.
not great wave clear.
Demora bocado pra
Deu mais
derrubar.
builds que só isso.
I feel like we see this. This to me is like dark hours. When I start seeing Celo split push onto an into an inner turret, that's like when I feel like Celo just doesn't trust his team and he's desperately just trying to 1v5, and it never works out.
Aqui na parte de baixo,
When we hit that stage of the game, it's just kind of done so.
vem cobrar o meio do mapa, porque o Barão tá nascendo em 1 minuto.
Querem fechar a equipe do Corinthians, traz esse momento de pinça pra cima da
The bright side,
selva.
none of this is
Bastante dano, mas olha o dano que colocou
for
pra
elimination
jogo
today,
também.
so.
O Melchior vai ser punido, mas ainda
Damn, that's the
assim
tankiest member
é
of Corinthians who just got
vermelho
melted like that.
pra nação do Corinthians.
Ah, não é Barão ainda, falta 50 segundos, achei que faltava um pouquinho menos. Mas
Saving grace for Corinthians, Baron has not spawned yet. So that'd be GG. No trust to be between anyone, to be honest. I don't know. I mean, I feel like Aithusa trusts Cavallo. Like, there's been a couple plays now where I feel like I've seen Aithusa trust people to peel for him. And by people, I mean Cavallo mostly. Because Mukio is going balls deep right now.
O Corinthians tá fazendo mais ou menos a mesma coisa que eles fizeram no jogo passado, nesse sentido.
Interrupt the backs. Oh my goodness.
Vão
The
tomar
double
flanco e
TP.
podem perder a partida agora.
Cavalo vai ser o primeiro a possivelmente cair. Já vem movimentação em Portal de Reinos pra reposicionar, mas vai colocar todo mundo aqui.
Oh, nice. Run work from Tuzo to get out. Pretty clutch. So we burnt double TP for a realm warp. No flash used. Okay, yeah. Pretty good for Corinthians. They're gonna be okay with that trade.
De ouro do mid e do caçador, Lágolas. Olha agora quanto é que tá.
Nossa senhora. Agora sim, né? Agora tem uma vantagem ainda maior pro Random Gap e o Drake Hero abrindo também 2.600, 0/3 do Melchior. Foi pego de novo, já perdeu metade da vida e Alpha 7 não quer parar.
And A7 just looks at Corinthians funny right now, and they're blowing all sorts of things to try and get out of danger. It's only, well, I say only, 6,500 is pretty significant, but this feels like closer to a 10k gold gap, you know, the way this game's been playing out.
Nenhum divisão por parte do Corinthians, Alpha 7 faz o que quiser. Ou eles podem fazer uma armadilha, ou eles podem fazer o objetivo.
The bright side for Corinthians, the A7's comp isn't great either, especially at trying to push in without Baron, so... Oof. Those pokes were not the same.
É isso aí mesmo. O time do Corinthians
Screw
precisa
just
de lutas
right
um pouco
click.
mais separadas, um pouco mais esquirmichadas. Só que nesse momento do jogo e considerando todo o contexto que a gente tá vendo aqui da partida, quase 7 mil de ouro atrás, com
Drake Hero stole it!
Roubou o vermelho.
E aí fica muito difícil, mas ó, o Chiari perdeu muita.
Wait, that's the second charge though, so Baron's... They need to wait before they can start Baron. I don't know if that's bugged, but that's recovering very, very slowly. Oh! Magnet Storm! They get it. The brute force Magnet Storm. Exhausting the Mikio too. Yep, that's... Oh! Okay. They kill Drake Hero, so they can't even Baron now. Oh my goodness, the game keeps going. The game that never ends. Oh, nice. Yo, okay, Aituza's realm warps have been on point. Man's been breaking ankles with it. That's kind of all it's good for right now. We are doing this without a jungler. 20 seconds. Okay, we are just saying that we will burst harder than they will burst. We are actually going to coin flip this. Nice.
Para que o time da Alpha 7 abandone o objetivo. Eles não estavam fazendo tão rápido assim. É, exatamente.
E provavelmente o Telas não tinha possibilidade de trocar.
Yeah, this feels like A7 just ran out of patience and brute force it, which is fine. You're strong enough that you can do that, so. If anything, I feel like they could have kind of done that sooner.
E no fim das contas sobra o Aituza e o Cielo. Esse passinho a mais aí que o Drake Hero deu, tirou o Baron da Alpha 7.
Agora. A verdade foi essa mesmo, mas Drake Hero tá de volta agora e ele foi pra...
Explola cinturão.
Tá bom.
Tecnologia, tá?
Okay.
Eu fiquei um pouco surpreso.
So they didn't get the Baron. When we cut into replay, they were starting up Baron, but they peeled off Baron. Okay. Oh, beautiful Magnet Storm. Where's the follow-up? There we go. Telas died because his team didn't follow up fast enough, but that's okay.
Não terminou ainda. Quer mais sangue a equipe da Alpha 7.
Guys, can we please just take Baron and end, or just kill people and end? Okay. It's an ace. And then what? Guys, just please do the damn Baron.
Agora sim, eles vão fazer esse Baron. Não tem nenhuma onda de minions perto o suficiente da torre para eles finalizarem a partida.
Roto belt on Jax, let's go. Drake Hero taking the most offensive build possible. Forget the Zonias, forget the Seekers. No defense, all offense. All gas, no brakes. Is Chiari gonna start up the... Oh my goodness, Drake Hero's taking so much damage. Chiari's trying to slow the drag. Can he do it before Mukio gets there? Yeah, Mukio walked back. He didn't come off base with Cavallo. Oh, mistakes were made. Oh no, they get it anyways. Okay, they're fine, they're fine. Mistakes were not made. Okay, 2.5 minutes of Baron. What can they do?
garantem que a equipe da 7 esteja sempre se correndo pelo
This would be so much easier for A7 if they at least had a bruiser. Like, I'm not even asking for like a tank, but like anybody who could actually tank up a turret shot or two without risking death. This would be so much easier for them.
Parte de baixo do mapa e deixa o mid completamente escancarado para Alpha 7.
Ué, tá esquisito isso daqui. Alô, Corinthians.
Segue empurrando lá embaixo a caixa do Celo, mas o reset tá sendo feito pelo Melchior. Já pode ser um pouco tarde demais por aqui, tá?
É, o inibidor já caiu, a rota superior tá sendo empurrada, tem grande onda de minions e onda de barão.
Okay, Celo's almost home. Celo's home. Is it gonna make a difference? It will not. Pop. Pop. And done. So, you know what? As we predicted, the caster curse kicked in. We said the first series should be easy 2-0. It became a 3-game series. The second one was supposed to be closer. It became a 2-0. And this one wasn't even close. A7 was just way better than Corinthians. I don't know what's going on with Corinthians. They look like they forgot how to play the game. Not gonna lie. Like, even hands-wise, they were just getting outmatched. And then they just looked like they did not know how to play mid-game. All they knew how was to just run at the enemy team. And if we're better, we win. If we are worse, we lose. Like, that's it. It was frankly quite terrible. Yeah, very, very much not a fan. Okay, Drake Hero is not winning MVP. He was my MVP pick for game 1, but I think his game 2 was pretty bad. I think I'd MVP Telas, to be honest. Like, his Bard game 1 was the better Bard today. And his Rel this game, I think, was really what forced the win. Because his team was stalling out for a while. It felt like they were struggling to actually be able to close things out. So. Yeah, Lunar, you know, and I did not disagree that A7 was likely to win. All I said was it'd be funny if Corinthians won. Unfortunately, we live in the real timeline and not the funniest timeline. So GG. A7.
Eles tentaram pegar o time da Alpha 7, tentaram pegar o Random Gap, não conseguiram, ele saiu muito bem ali com a ultimate. O time da Alpha 7 foi pegando as eliminações. E aqui, ó, parece que depois dessa jogada especificamente, o time do Corinthians ficou muito afobado. Eu senti o time do Corinthians afobado. Parece
I am not hating on A7.
Não estavam conseguindo pensar claramente.
And I resent that you keep spreading that slander.
Eles simplesmente continuavam avançando, continuavam agressivando. E o time da Alpha 7 numa situação mais confortável no quesito de itemização, gold, etc. Tava levando a melhor.
Eles tentaram e conseguiram dessa vez em cima do Chiari, mas de novo, cara, olha o dano que o Random Gap aplicou, já instantâneo, ele entrou na fight já com double kill pra ele. Aí deu aquela adiantada legal, sobrou o Melchior aqui pra trás, ele foi salvo com a conjunção de ultimates dele e do Aituza, só que o Aituza teve que pagar esse pato aí.
E no fim das contas, ainda veio ali o último tiro do escuro.
I'm just waiting to see who they pick MVP as well.
Uma boa partida de Jin também. Gostei bastante do que ele conseguiu.
Oh, actually today, 5 games. Finished about... We're actually slower today, I think, than the regular season for some odd reason. Like, we gained... It was... Wait, how many teams are there?
Que perdeu a harmonia, né?
2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Então tá correto. Então, ó, a gente já sabe que o MVP não vai pra ele, né?
Não vai.
Like, we had, what, 6 games, right? During the...
Veja bem, né? Você agora estragou.
No, we had 10 games. We had 5 games. So yeah, it should be the same. But I feel like we're finishing usually a little bit earlier than this on the regular season. I guess because it's like 5 different games, so like, or 10 different teams, so each game would start a little bit faster than now, whereas it's like, it's the same 2 teams going again, and so they actually need the break in between. Like, discuss and set up their games, the game plan for the next game. I guess it took a little bit longer. This is probably a bit normal, but yeah, longer break times, yeah. And then I think, like, in regular season, we're just getting hot dropped right in. I mean, they kind of did that this series, where like the drops we kept getting. Well, we got hot dropped once, I guess. The first series we got to see the drop, and then this one we only saw the first game drop. Second one was just the results, but not the actual order.
Mas eu acho que esse segundo jogo foi gap demais.
Foi gap dele, foi... Assim, o primeiro
Drake
jogo
Hero was game
muito
one gap
da
for sure,
carreira
but
dele, ainda assim, acho que foi
Artie gap? Okay.
muito
I mean, his Aurora game was
O
fantastic.
primeiro jogo foi muito mais decisivo pro Drake Hero, né? Eu acho que ele tava
I
dando muito mais de
think
punch,
I just favorite
mas
Telos because the Aurora was fine and good for Artie gap. Like he played very well. His 1v1 was really good,
demorou
but
pouquinho pra entrar no jogo também, né? A gente
I just felt like in the
falou
actual
sobre
mid to late when it came to
e
closing out the game, they struggled. And it was Telos who broke it. Well, that's fine. That's fair. And the way the bracket sits right now, let's take a quick look at that. We had Red move on to absolutely nobody's surprise, and we had A7 move on to definitely not Lunar surprise. So that's upper bracket done, or not upper bracket, but it's two of the teams upper bracket. Kaboom goes down here. Corinthians, I assume, goes down here. I actually don't know where they're going to go. Tomorrow, Kate versus ECG is probably Kate favored, heavily Kate favored. Flamengo versus Los, though, I think could go any which way. These two teams are weird AF. I personally favor Los. I think Flamengo has some weird issues, but Los sometimes randomly, I don't want to say chokes, they just do weird things sometimes, for reasons I didn't understand. But yeah, that's it for today. Thanks y'all who dropped by. I think we had some lurkers today. So hi to the lurkers. Thanks Rev, Ray, Lunar, Dark Knight, dropping in and chatting a little bit. Appreciate it. Orbital as well. Is Orbital still streaming? Do I rate him? No, he's not streaming at all. Okay. Well, that's the end of today. I'll see you all same time, same place tomorrow, and hopefully the games are as good, if not better. Peace out, y'all. Bye. I don't even have the LRN channel being followed right now. But yeah, if y'all interested in LRN, go check them out. I don't know if the teams they have are any good. I think Istris is up there. Oh, sorry, Estro is there, right? So.